And good evening and welcome into Spring Hill High School, where tonight we get set for another round of exciting Lady Rocket and Rocket basketball. Our first game of the evening here on Monday night, a Monday night special, as it is the 6-14 Lady Raiders of Spring Hill hosting the 7-13 Lady Rockets of Forrest. Good afternoon, Troy Cashin. Soon to be joined by Noble Mays. We got the gang all here tonight. Production handled by Mr. Peter Wilson, our cameraman, Mr. Gabe Hall, and we are set for some Monday night basketball action here tonight as the regular season draws to a close. For the Rockets and Lady Rockets, a couple of more district contests that are very important to their postseason seeding coming up, and then one more non-district journey next Tuesday night. We will head to Fayetteville City for the return visit for the Tigers and Lady Tigers. Of course, tonight, a Monday night matchup, non-district matchup against Spring Hill. Then it will be on Friday night, that key region matchup or district matchup, as Community will roll into Chapel Hill on Friday night. Then next Tuesday on the road at Fayetteville, and winding up the district season and the regular season with a visit from Cascade, that on February the 10th. Then immediately following, next week we will go into the district tourney. And after that, on to the region. That will be held in Community, or at Community this time. Of course, the first round will be at the higher seed. So for the Rockets and Lady Rockets, definitely want to have that opening round game at home, if at all possible. Let's take our first commercial break. We'll be back to take a look at the Lady Raiders and the Lady Rockets coming up here on TC Sports 1.
Hometown banking. It's having your decisions made by a bank right here in your town, not in another city, county, or even state. It's neighbors and friends who know your name and take the time to greet you when you walk in. It's modern technology such as online banking and mobile check deposits, while still being able to talk to a living, breathing human. Come visit us at 4641 Nashville Highway or call us at 364-7888. First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Moving forward with strong tradition. It's the town's motto, but it holds so true today. The town of Chapel Hill is balancing expanded growth with preserving the small town traditions that make it special. The town's administration and employees would like to take this time to reaffirm their commitment to the citizens of Chapel Hill and to wish the Rockets and Lady Rockets success in their upcoming seasons. From the home of the Lions Super Bowl of the South, the town of Chapel Hill says, "Go Rockets!"
And welcome back as we get set for our first matchup of the evening. Lady Raiders of Spring Hill coming in at 6-16, or 6-14, excuse me, and they'll take on the 7-13 Lady Rockets. Lady Rockets beginning to play much better, beginning to get things in order, and they are beginning to rip off a few wins now. 4 of their last 7 have steadied the ship after Christmas, playing well within the confines of the district, have already pretty much wrapped up the 2 seed, and they'll get a chance on Friday night if they can beat Community to end up tied for the regular season district crown. So still a lot to play for the Lady Rockets. Tonight they step out of district as they will take on Spring Hill. Spring Hill, of course, a AAA squad. The victories this year for the Lady Raiders, they started out the season on the road against Watertown, won that one 47-36. Watertown has had a struggle this year. The Lady Purple Tigers are 9-12 on the season. Other wins for the Lady Raiders this year, they had a huge win over Lewis County, 81-49 on the road. Lewis County has struggled as well. Lewis County Lady Panthers on the season, they are traditionally a really strong squad, but this season they are 6-16 on this year, so they are not having a great season as well. The one win that you can kind of point to for Spring Hill and say it's a very good win, it came back at the 1st of December. It is a really strange one as they beat Nolensville. And, of course, for the Lady Rockets, they know how good that Nolensville program is. Nolensville 15-6 on the season. They defeated the Lady Rockets a couple of times in the Christmas Classic, 52-23. Then they defeated Forrest in Chapel Hill, 48-32. Spring Hill beat Nolensville 23-21 very odd score. Makes you wonder if they just stalled the basketball for a while. But you look at that win and say, hey, no matter how they got it done, that was a really good win for the Lady Raiders, taking down a very tough Nolensville squad. Other victories on the season, they got a couple of wins over Giles County. As we said earlier, they beat Lewis County twice. Giles is 2-20 on the season. So Spring Hill only has the one real marquee win of the season over Nolensville. Other than that, they have struggled. In their district, they are 0-6, but they are playing in a AAA district with Lawrence County, Lincoln County, Marshall County, Page, and Tullahoma. So that is a really good up top to bottom district. So they are struggling within the confines of that and also on this season. So they're looking to pick up a non-district win here tonight. But if you're the Lady Rockets, you look at this one and you go, hey, we got a really good chance if we play well tonight to pick up the win. With that being said, let's take another break. We'll be back to take a preview of the Lady Rockets when we return here on TC Sports 1.
Eye Care Clinic, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan and his staff offer a wide range of services, including comprehensive eye exams, advanced testing, and eye disease management. Fashion frames from top names like Guess and Kate Spade. They also stay on top of new eye care advances like Vuity and Upneat. And that unique Dr. J touch that always leaves you with a smile until your next visit. Make your appointment at 359-4373. Advanced Eye Care Clinic, 815 East Commerce.
Your one-stop shop to keep your vehicle running smooth is J&J Automotive. From routine maintenance like oil changes to brake repairs, tires and alignment, and exhaust work as well, J&J has got you covered. They work on gas and diesel engines. Call Vince or Matt Jackson at 931-364-5602 or stop by their location at 1791 Highway 99. Keep your vehicle in tip-top shape at J&J Automotive. Amigos Mexican Grill is the place you'll find all your authentic favorites, from burritos to enchiladas to sizzling fajitas, all served fast and fresh. Dine in, order online, or call in your order at 364-2222. Also, Amigos has catering services available for your next big occasion as well. Good food, good times at Amigos Mexican Grill, 216 South Horton Parkway. Visit their other locations in Lewisburg and Spring Hill. Amigos, proud supporters of the Rockets.
Lewisburg Animal Hospital serves the veterinary needs of Marshall County. They've grown to a 4-doctor practice specializing in small animal medicine. They offer advanced medicine, surgery, and nursing care in a personal and relaxed environment with the utmost compassion for their patients. For your pet's grooming and boarding needs, Maggie Roo Pet Retreat and Grooming Salon is located adjacent to the hospital. Call 931-359-5945 to schedule an appointment for your pet.
Pop my finger.
You know that with Apex Banking Online, you can access your accounts, pay bills, and send money to friends and family anytime? Our online banking feature gives you the advantage of secure banking right from anywhere. With our mobile app and online services, banking has never been more convenient. We're here to serve you wherever you go. Visit us in Chapel Hill or call 931-246-7105. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Joseph Fowler and his outstanding staff are dedicated to providing the most effective, clinically superior physical therapy humanly possible. They make it easy to get back in the game by accepting most insurances, including Medicare. They specialize in total joint replacement rehab and orthopedic conditions. They'll help get your range of motion, flexibility, and your strength back. They even assist in dizziness and balance disorders. Get yourself back in the game at Benchmark Physical Therapy, 4654 Nashville Highway.
And we return here to Spring Hill High School as we get set for the Lady Rockets and the Lady Raiders. And, of course, what is going through a lot of folks' mind, especially the two young men sitting to my right, is the weather outside. Of course, we have heard that word, snow and ice. And that means that you are, I'm sure, Peter and Gabe, waiting tomorrow. You'll probably be out of your bed at 5 o'clock watching the TV to see if you get out of school tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. I wake up at 5, so I'm gonna be looking on my phone as soon as I wake up.
have you got the alert set and everything's ready to go?
Yeah, it's all on my lock screen, stuff like that.
So what do you think the odds are you're going to get out tomorrow? Would you give it like 50% or?
Well, I'm thinking because I mean it's supposed to be pretty low. So I mean you're just going to bed basically just hoping. Yeah.
I got you.
So
that's the way I always was. At least I thought if there was a chance, I would take a chance. Get me out of school somehow. So tomorrow you're going to be up early, looking at your phone, and probably going to be disappointed.
You never know, Troy.
You never know.
But
the one thing is we're getting our game in tonight.
Yeah.
Weather's not supposed to take place until after midnight, so everyone should be safe coming to the game and getting home. And, of course, we hope everybody has a safe trip, but should be, according to the weather, a safe journey tonight. And if you couldn't make it over, we're awful glad that you tuned in here tonight as we'll have this non-district matchup for you. We take a look now at the Lady Rockets. Lady Rockets right now playing much better. They have won 3 in a row, 5 of their last 8. And really looking at their schedule, they're going to be favored probably in 3 of their last 4 games. I think Friday night they may not be favored against Community, but that game is at home. And the Lady Rockets played them very well for the first 3 quarters of the game in Unionville. So, it is a chance for the Lady Rockets, if they play well, to go on a 7-game winning streak before they hit the district tournament. But first of all, got to take care of business here tonight. Even though Spring Hill has struggled, once again, you're looking at a AAA team in their house. So the Lady Rockets are going to have to play well here tonight, and that's going to begin with Mason Kirby. Kirby has had an absolutely tremendous season this year, has really stepped up her scoring game. They have needed her in so many different areas. She's played great defense, handled the ball well, had great senior leadership, and for her having a wonderful year, and they've needed some help, and they've gotten it. Fellow senior Megan Mueller has really stepped up her game. She is really a triple threat. She can dish the basketball, as we saw on Friday night. She's also a really good rebounder, great defender, and she's been giving them some pretty good scoring punch as of late. So when they've got the Kirby, Mueller, and Kinsley Enlow, who had 4 3-pointers the other night, and you want to see her get going, because if she can get off to a good start, that normally means that she's going to have a good night. She found her shooting stroke in that second half, and let's hope that it stays tuned in here tonight, because if they get performances from those 3 young ladies, you got to feel pretty good about the result that you're going to get at the end of this contest if you are the Lady Rockets. We keep talking about it. They brought up those 8th graders, and those young ladies, 7 in total. They got 9 points, as 4 of those young ladies got points on the board on Friday night. They come in with much more confidence, and as we said, have given Coach Merle a really good boost in what he is able to do with this group of young ladies, because it's a group that they have not had the numbers, the depth. They have given them an ability to go out and scrimmage against each other, run up and down the floor, and also given them a little opportunity to push some of the other players that are on this roster. We've talked about the injuries. They've had a lot of things go against them this year, but really now, if you're going to play your best basketball, now is definitely the time. And the Lady Rockets are doing that very thing as we speak. We'll be back to take another couple of looks, pass along a few more messages as we inch closer to tip-off here in Spring Hill.
Don't know what I would do without you to show me the way and the truth. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have you. If I didn't have you.
Your local agents, Scott Bond and Troy Cashin. Are you moving to the area and need a place to store your possessions? Are you trying to declutter your existing space or needing a place to park your boat, RV, truck, trailer, or camper? There's a simple solution. It's Highway 99 Storage. Conveniently located off Highway 99 and James King Road, it's a lighted, secure, and fenced-in area to keep your valuables safe. New units available with climate control. Call 364-5678 to rent. That's Highway 99 Storage.
Okay, good. And welcome back here to Spring Hill High School as we get set for our opener here tonight. The countdown to tip off here on TC Sports 1, and happy to have a Monday night basketball game tonight, especially with the upcoming threat of weather coming in. Everyone should be able to get home easily tonight, and of course we'll have that contest out of the way. Everybody will get to sit home on Tuesday night, and for the coaches, it is not probably what they want to do, but it does give them an opportunity if they want to do a little scouting late in the season. They can go check out one of the teams that they may face down the line and get a little better understanding and a little better scouting for those teams. And Coach Chapman was talking about some of the things that he might do late in the season where they do have some different days that other teams that he's interested in maybe playing on a Monday. So this is the time of the year that you try to get any advantage that you can heading into tourney time. And for the Lady Rockets, we said 3 in a row for them. They are coming off 3 impressive wins. Lady Rockets took care of business. They beat Cascade by 20 on the road, 52-32. Followed that up with a home win against Fairview, 51-39. And in Grundy County Friday night at home, took care of business again, 58-43. And Grundy County really seems to bring out the best in the Lady Rockets. They put 58 on the board in the last game against Grundy County, and they put 59 on the board against the Lady Jackets the first time out. So if you're the Lady Rockets, you feel like you get into the 50s. You also feel like you're doing a pretty good job and you're giving yourself a chance to win. For the Lady Rockets, as we said, you look out here on the floor and fans are beginning to make their way in here. And right now, got more Forrest fans in the house than we do Lady Raider fans at this point, as we're about 10 minutes away from your tip time. But Lady Raiders as a program have traditionally struggled. They were a very strong program back in the 80s, 70s and 80s, and even into the 90s a little bit. But latter part of the 90s, from that point, they have had very little success on the girls' side of the ledger. A breakthrough occasionally, but they've had a lot of seasons like this where they have had bottom of the district records, have struggled to get this program on track here in Spring Hill. But Lady Raiders looking to pick up a non-district win here tonight as the Lady Rockets coming into town. Let's take another timeout. We'll be back with more action here on TC Sports 1 after this.
Funeral home and cremation services had its beginning in 1939 when Thomas H. Lawrence established the business. Lawrence Funeral Home has always strived to provide compassionate, dignified, and professional service to every family it serves, regardless of their circumstances. Lawrence Funeral Home pledges to the families of Marshall and surrounding counties to continue providing excellence in funeral service. In your time of need, our family is there for your family. Lawrence Funeral Home and Cremation Service.
Stop in and visit Mack Equipment, your largest Exmark and Cub Cadet dealer in the state of Tennessee. Locally owned and operated in the heart of Chapel Hill at 109 North Horton Parkway, next to Southern Roots Hair Salon. Mack Equipment offers parts, sales, service, and rental. Their factory-certified technicians also service multiple brands of outdoor power equipment, making this a perfect stop for your future equipment repairs. Don't forget to visit our 2 other locations in Murfreesboro and Lewisburg. That's Mack Equipment.
And we returned, and here on Monday night, always the Lady Rockets and Rockets crowd travels pretty well, and you'll see nights where there are more Rocket fans in the house than the opposing squad. And tonight we talked about how the Lady Raider program has struggled over the years. Don't have a lot of folks in attendance here. By the time the boys game rolls around, probably be an entirely different story, as they have supported this Spring Hill team, and Spring Hill's boys, the Raiders, have been really good over the years. You see some state tourney banners hanging up there, 93, 98, 99, and 2012. And back in those late 90s and even into that 2012 year, there was a long run where the Raiders were a very talented squad. After having called a lot of Marshall County and Spring Hill games, seen a lot of great players that have worn that maroon and white for the Spring Hill boys over the years. In our second game, it's going to be a tough test. This Spring Hill team is 10-8 on the season, but make no mistake about it, they are very talented, got a lot of athletes, and that's what you're going to see just about each and every year. Coach Young has been there for an awful long time, and he has been a fixture around that Spring Hill boys basketball program. For the Rockets, they're coming off a loss on Friday night, but one in which they played a really spirited game from start to finish. Fell behind early by 14, got themselves back in it, never were able to take a lead. Got within one a couple of times, but they gave Grundy County all they wanted and then some. 66-60, the final in Chapel Hill on Friday night, as the Rockets see their season mark drop to 2-18, and they're now 1-3 in district play. But again, for them, a lot to play for. They got community on Friday night. You would hope for them they could pick up a win there and get themselves to 2 wins in the district, at least clinch third place, and then you never know. You got Cascade coming in for senior night. There's going to be a lot of emotion there, and also they played Cascade pretty well the first time those two teams met. So you never know what's going to happen for the Rockets. They'd love to get on a win streak at the end of the season, just like their counterparts in the Lady Rockets. With that being said, we inch a little closer to tip time, about 5 minutes away from your start time here in Spring Hill. Let's take another break, and we'll be back, have your starting lineups and more here from Spring Hill.
Hometown banking. It's having your decisions made by a bank right here in your town, not in another city, county, or even state. It's neighbors and friends who know your name and take the time to greet you when you walk in. It's modern technology such as online banking and mobile check deposits while still being able to talk to a living, breathing human. Come visit us at 4641 Nashville Highway or call us at 364-7888. First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Moving forward with strong tradition. It's the town's motto, but it holds so true today. The town of Chapel Hill is balancing expanded growth with preserving the small town traditions that make it special. The town's administration and employees would like to take this time to reaffirm their commitment to the citizens of Chapel Hill and to wish the Rockets and Lady Rockets success in their upcoming seasons. From the home of the Lions Super Bowl of the South, the town of Chapel Hill says, "Go Rockets!"
Advanced Eye Care Clinic, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan and his staff offer a wide range of services, including comprehensive eye exams, advanced testing, and eye disease management. Fashion frames from top names like Guess and Kate Spade. They also stay on top of new eye care advances like Vuity and Upney. And that unique Dr. J touch that always leaves you with a smile until your next visit. Make your appointment at 359-4373. Advanced Eye Care Clinic, 815 East Commerce.
Your one-stop shop to keep your vehicle running smooth is J&J Automotive. From routine maintenance like oil changes to brake repairs, tires and alignment, and exhaust work as well, J&J has got you covered. They work on gas and diesel engines. Call Vince or Matt Jackson at 931-364-5602 or stop by their location at 1791 Highway 99. Keep your vehicle in tip-top shape at J&J Automotive. Amigos Mexican Grill is the place you'll find all your authentic favorites, from burritos to enchiladas to sizzling fajitas, all served fast and fresh. Dine in, order online, or call in your order at 364-2222. Also, Amigos has catering services available for your next big occasion as well. Good food, good times at Amigos Mexican Grill, 216 South Horton Parkway. Visit their other locations in Lewisburg and Spring Hill. Amigos, proud supporters of the Rockets.
Lewisburg Animal Hospital serves the veterinary needs of Marshall County. They've grown to a 4-doctor practice specializing in small animal medicine. They offer advanced medicine, surgery, and nursing care in a personal and relaxed environment with the utmost compassion for their patients. For your pet's grooming and boarding needs, Maggie Roo Pet Retreat and Grooming Salon is located adjacent to the hospital. Call 931-359-5945 to schedule an appointment for your pet.
And welcome back as we inch closer to your tip time here in Spring Hill. Lady Raiders and the Lady Rockets here on TC Sports 1. Mr. Noble Mays making his way in here. We'll let him get suited up. Young man, let me give you a seat here. Noble, good to see you.
You as well there, T. Roy.
Slid in right in time, as always.
Glad to be here. Yes, indeed. Looking forward to it.
You as well as I know a lot of tradition here at Spring Hill. Most of it on the boys' side of the ledger, but girls have struggled over the years, but they get a chance here tonight. Non-district opponent, and they're trying to pick up a win, get themselves back on track. Meanwhile, the Lady Rockets trying to stay hot.
This will be Spring Hill's first win if they're able to win.
They're 6-14 on the season. They've beaten Giles County, who has 2 wins on the season, beat them twice. Beat Lewis County twice, who is 6-16. But they do have one signature win. It's a 23-21 victory over Nolensville, who has handled the Lady Rockets twice this season. So you look at the records and you're like, they must have slowed it up, maybe. You worked a little 4 corners. You don't know with that kind of low score, but at any rate, that's a good win.
It certainly sounds like maybe Nolensville may not have been playing with a full deck that evening. It was
an early season game, December the 2nd. So you never know in those kind of situations what you're going to be looking at. But again, that one was the one that caught my eye when looking back at this Spring Hill roster. As we said, Lady Rockets have won 3 in a row, 5 of their last 8. For them, they're going to be favored probably here tonight and in 2 of their last 3 games as well. So they got a chance to put together a really nice run and some confidence before the tourney starts.
All you want to do is look at the schedule and have something to be optimistic about. You just described that.
And down to our PA address announcer for our national anthem and our starting lineups. And now we get set for your starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting Lady Rockets tonight, decked out in those very spiffy. I love those black uniforms with the blue numerals, yellow trim, red on there as well. They are a nice addition.
Very colorful. I certainly agree with you. So I guess I'm always torn between what a home uniform should look like and what a visiting team uniform should look like, but I love those.
Starting tonight for the Lady Rockets at a guard position, it'll be the senior number 5, Mason Kirby. Also at a guard, it will be the sophomore sharpshooter number 11, Kinsley Inlow. Also starting at a forward, it'll be the senior rebounder extraordinaire, 15, Megan Mueller. Down low, the freshman, getting better by the game, 21, Kaylin Pope, and rounding out the starting lineup, the ever-steady 34, Carly Warner. Rockets are coached by Hal Merle, assisted by Summer Molesky, Jessica Preston, and Madison Curtis. And now we'll go down for your starting lineup for the Lady Raiders of Spring Hill. So it'll be Mariah Ramsey, Belle Brashear, Allie Davis, J.C. Brashear, and Mimi Goodman starting for the white-clad Lady Raiders of Spring Hill. We get set to jump this one up. It's going to be Belle Brashear going up against Megan Meagher. Troy Cash and Noble Mays. Peter Wilson, Gabe Hall bringing you all the action here tonight for TC Sports 1. Monday night basketball here as it's the Lady Rockets and the Lady Raiders getting this night started. Officials are almost ready. Players are ready. A few more fans beginning to file in here, and we're almost set to get this one underway.
Hopefully there will certainly be more fans on their way there, gentlemen. And some nice atmosphere for Monday night, T-Roy, basketball.
And let's hope the Lady Raiders and the Lady Rockets can give us a good one here. Tip controlled by Spring Hill. Davis with it on a wing. They'll back it out to Goodman. Lady Rockets go man-to-man. Got to speak Noble with Coach Merle a little bit the other night, and I know you didn't get to see the game, but Pope did a really nice job defensively, and he talked about how good an on-ball defender she was as a youngster. Kirby with the steal, had it poked away as she tried to put it up, and now Spring Hill quickly. Beautiful baseball pass from Brashear to Brashear. Belle Brashear with the beautiful baseball pass to J.C. Brashear for the two. Noble, that was nicely done.
And you assume by the same last name, they've been playing organized ball together for quite a while.
5-second count out front as Kirby couldn't find anyone to get rid of that one to. Coach Merle lobbying with the official as he comes by.
Doing it real calm, like saving for later on.
Noble, you missed the other night. Pope, as they try to go inside, that one off the head of Ramsey out of bounds. Stayed out of foul trouble again, beginning to find her, I guess, level that she can play at physicality. She learns how not to commit that foul and what she can get by with and what not, but she's beginning to be able to spend some more time on the floor. And we talked about how much more confidence she's gaining.
Help me out, T-Roy. I don't know much about basketball, but with her being a freshman, does that just mean it takes a little time to adjust to the speed of the game and everything? Or
yeah,
what?
I think so, too. I think a lot of times as a freshman, and I'll say this, speaking from experience, I think even when I got into varsity games as a sophomore, it was more or less like, okay, I'm out here if I'm wide open and nobody's within 6 miles of me, I'm going to shoot. I'm going to pass it off and, just try to rebound if I can. I'm going to kind of defer to those other players. And I think it takes a little time for you to be confident to, go ahead and play your game. And I think she's kind of rounded into that. She realized that, hey, they need me to do this, and I'm good enough to play with these young ladies. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, T-Roy, just looking at the bench, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, you have 17 young ladies dressed out. To be in the starting 5 as a freshman out of 17 uniforms, that says all I need to know.
With it out front's Meagher. Minute and a half gone by, 2-0 Spring Hill. Lady Raiders really pressuring the basketball. Kirby having to start from half court here. It's been suffocating Lady Raider defense so far.
They keep coming out on the perimeter. No matter who has the ball, they shutting them down. 5-second count.
5-second count again as Pope could not find anyone to get the pass off to. And Noble, that's a situation where they have seen already. They're going to really apply that pressure. And you think about Coach Merle with the way they run this offense, the picks and the screens that they get, you would hope that they would be able to, with the way they're so aggressive on the ball, that eventually they'll be able to get some cutters free.
And also, T-Roy, you have to be aggressive yourself. You cannot hold the ball. You cannot stop your own dribble.
Brashear inside, shot no good. Rebound pulled away by Megan Meagher. Out of the pack now, Meagher quickly with it in front court. Down the lane, tried to dump it to Pope, who could not handle that one as it gets out of bounds. Meagher takes it coast to coast. Tried to shuffle it to Pope, who could not hang on, and we got a foul away from the ball here. We just got a stoppage of play. I think he's called a foul inside.
No, sir. Number 23,
okay.
Goodman. She was the one who took the last shot, and apparently, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't call it sweat or anything, but something is wet on her hand, and she keeps looking at the ball. And both trips down, she was trying to dry off something. So I think they called a timeout so she could go address it. And it most likely is probably blood.
Penelope Phillips, 14, will check in. And the officials are going to have a stoppage of play. We'll take it as well. We'll return after this.
You can't have it all. At Brooks Grocery, they've got farm fresh fruits and vegetables, a deli with a selection of freshly prepared favorites, Brooks specialties like Ava's pimento cheese and Adam's chicken salad, freshly made pies, cakes, and desserts. And who could possibly forget the best meat department you'll find anywhere? Great selection, online ordering, and friendly customer service. Brooks Grocery, the place you'll find your next favorite food.
And welcome back. Early on here, about 2.5 minutes gone by, and we're at 2-0 right now. Noble, both of these teams kind of getting after it defensively, but right now Spring Hill really is taking the Lady Rockets out of what they want to do. They're having to start their offense 25, 30 feet away from the basket.
Yes, indeed, and applying pressure, T-Roy, and it's taking me back to an initial conversation you and I had, I guess maybe the first couple games that I was able to watch the Lady Rockets. One, someone has to be aggressive with the ball other than Kirby. They have to come get the ball out of Kirby's hand whenever the Lady Raiders decide that they're going to put pressure on Kirby. But once the Lady Rockets get the ball, someone has to be aggressive and assertive with the ball. You just cannot hold it, cannot afford to get 5-second counts.
You know, and coaches will talk about killing your dribble 20, 25 feet away with one dribble. Cannot afford to do that here tonight. Spring Hill's defense has been excellent.
And they closing out, T-Roy, and you alluded to it earlier. So no matter who has the ball, as soon as they pass it around the perimeter, Lady Raiders are closing out quickly.
You know, in Noble, too, you watch, they've got some length and some athleticism on this Spring Hill side, so they're really suited to be able to get up on you and try to pressure you on ball defense.
And I see a couple of young ladies actually not in the starting lineup for the Lady Raiders that look like they have a great deal of athleticism as well.
Yeah, and, you know, here tonight you wonder because Coach Merle's done a really good job of trying to mix those young ladies, those 8th graders, and get them a few minutes here and there. Tonight you have to wonder just how much he's going to be able to go to that bench to put them in these kind of positions because they're getting a little confidence right now. And they came in, 4 of them scored on Friday night. So right now you want to feed them those little baby doses. So right now against this kind of defense, you may not see them quite as much tonight.
This is a pressure defense, T-Roy. And again, I'll say this based upon some of the 8th graders I've seen. That assertiveness, that aggressive I'm talking about, nature to dribble the ball as soon as you get it, I think maybe Coach Merle may have to put some 8th graders in.
You know, and you make a good point there because they have not backed down from any challenge. Trying to get that one inside was Ramsey, knocked away, and we're going to have a foul on the Lady Rockets. Let's see. Noble, who was that one on?
He called it on Pope, T-Roy.
And it was on Pope, 21.
Yes, indeed. Her first, team first.
And, again, that's one of the things we don't want to see her get in foul trouble.
And interesting, T-Roy, it certainly looked like she was in the act of shooting that time.
I think the official was going to say maybe she was trying to dump it inside. It did look like she was trying to get it to the rim, but I think maybe he's going to say she was just trying to dump it inside. Good news for the Lady Rockets is putting that one up from the corner, no good. Rebound tipped around. Lady Raiders, Brashear saved it, but into the hands of Enlow, who is now fouled under the basket. So 22 is going to pick up the foul, and that's going to be J.C. Brashear. So her first. Second team foul for the Lady Raiders. And Noble, they're going to really pick you up man-to-man when you cross half court. Haven't gone to any pressure full court yet. Meager turned the corner that time after a screen, but took the extra step before she put it on the floor. Turnover gives it back now to Spring Hill.
And T-Roy, I think we may have had possession of the ball maybe about 5 or 6 seconds once we crossed half court.
Ramsey with it. Matched up against Pope. They get it to her going back door. Ramsey puts it up, cannot get it to drop. Well executed play by Spring Hill. They just couldn't get the payoff.
Beautiful cut to give and to go.
Oh, nice job by Pope inside. She beat Ramsey that time as Pope got beat by Ramsey on the other end. This time she beats her to the basket on the backdoor cut, gets the pass, and draws the foul.
Opportunity maybe to cut this lead in half. We're tied up, T-Roy. Pope at the line, shooting 2.
Pope eyes the mark. First toss, back iron, no good. She'll get another. Kaylin Pope, the freshman, is 23. Goodman will check back in after they got her taped up over on the sideline. Pope ready for the second. This one on the way good. Kaylin 1 of 2. 2-1 ball game. Just over 3 minutes gone by. We got a blocking foul as Brashear trying to get up that sideline. Warner got over there, but they're going to call Carly on the bump. Carly's first, team second.
Well,
Spring Hill play it in.
Won't be very many points scored this evening if it goes according to first quarter.
You know, I thought maybe they might have held it against Nolensville. They played good defense as Davis shot that one over the top. I can see maybe how this was a full-paced 23-21 game. That's kind of what we've got going on here early.
And not only do they play excellent defense, they've actually had the ball, had many opportunities at the basket, T-Roy.
Inlow, open for three. This one a little too strong. Kirby there for the rebound. Mason in traffic, tries to get it up there and draws the foul. I think it's going to be Davis on the reach in. But Noble, how many times have we seen her be in traffic and she always finds a way to come out of there with an offensive rebound?
It absolutely does not matter to her what size the other team is. I don't know exactly what it is. I know in football they say you may just have a knack for the ball, but she seems to know where the rebound's going to come down and certainly hustles to every loose ball.
Hits the first free throw as 11 Greer Herring will check in for the first time for Spring Hill. Mason second, floats it up there beautifully. Tickles the twine good.
Tell the folks at home, leading score, what's going on in the scoring column, T-Roy.
Kirby with two there. Goodman backs her way in. That's an offensive foul. And Carly Warner is down on the other end, and you do not want to see that. Seems maybe to be okay that she's going to be able to walk that one off. She landed rather awkwardly. They're going to get Samantha Hopkins into the game, the senior. Seems like she's going to be okay, Noble, that she's walking a little better over there, so hopefully that's something she's going to be able to walk off.
You're looking at her feet. I'm looking at her face, T-Roy. That's a great deal of pain she's in.
Yeah, don't want to see that for a number of reasons. She's walking back toward the bench. Appears to be a little better now as they try to get it inside. Pope trying to get it to Enlow, who was cutting in the paint. We're going to see Megan Skaggs check in for Kaylin Pope. 3-2 ball game. Lady Rockets about halfway through this opening quarter. Hopkins had that one sail away from her. She tried to save it back in, but into the hands of Spring Hill. Brashear with it. She'll stop and fire from three. Shot too strong, pulled away by Megan Meager. Megan looking to run. Brings it into front court. Kick in low. Out top, Hopkins gives it right back to Enlow. Approaching the 3.5-minute mark left here, opening quarter. Good switch by Spring Hill. As you watch right now, Noble, they're just trying to get somebody free with the cut. Enlow blows by the defender, puts it up too strong on the layup. Ball poked around and picked up by Goodman of Spring Hill.
Coach Merrill said towards the rim, and Enlow went towards the rim.
Shot put up quickly, no good by Herring. Pulled away by Kirby, and here comes Mason the other way. Kirby, center of the floor. Kick right corner Enlow. High arcing three. This one off the top of the backboard, rebounded by Kirby. And we're going to have a jump ball situation as Herring was able to tie her up as she went to put it up. Alternating possession gives it to the Lady Raiders as Josie Brown's going to check in, replacing Megan Meager. Brown, the freshman, on the floor for the first time.
Keep an eye on the next possession for the Lady Rockets, T-Roy. Coach Merrill is requesting that they go towards the rim with the ball.
Spring Hill into front court. Brashear with it up top. Now Bell Brashear with it. Fires from long range. This one bounces around, no good. Battle for the loose ball, pulled away by Goodman. Goodman right corner, lost the handle out of bounds. It'll go right back to the Lady Rockets. Noble, both of these teams right now, you feel like a good 8-0 run might put this thing away.
I was actually thinking about asking you what you think. What was your thought maybe about anybody who can put up 30 points tonight, T-Roy?
I'm telling you, both these teams playing really good defense so far. In low on a wing. Out top to Hopkins. Sam kicks it back now to Kirby. Brown fakes. Kick now to Hopkins on the wing. And we got a 3-second violation inside as Skaggs trying to get position. They'll tag her for the 3-second violation.
A game like this, T-Roy, may be premature, but whoever can win in the free throw category may very well pull this win out.
I'm telling you. Both teams have been ice cold. In Nova, we've had, what, one field goal here in the opening quarter?
Yes, 2. One for the Rockets and then Lady Rockets and one for the Lady Raiders, both layups.
Oh, let's see, we got 3 free throws.
We do have free.
Yeah.
I apologize. You're correct.
3 free throws for the Lady Rockets. 1 basket by Brashear for the Lady Raiders, and we've played 6 minutes of basketball. Samantha Hopkins tagged for the foul, her first. Inbounds, they bring it. Brashear penetrates inside, hangs in the air, and we're going to have a foul. I think the reach in will go on Enlow, who went for the basketball as Brashear tried to get into the paint. It will be on Kinsley. That'll be her first, team's 4th now, and it will send Belle Brashear to the line for the first time tonight. Warner getting set to check back in. That's a welcome side as Brashear cans the first one. Megan Meager also back into the contest. Skaggs and Enlow checking out for the Lady Rockets. Belle Brashear eyes the mark. Second one on the way. This one good as well. Brashear with a couple. 4-3 ball game. Under 2 minutes left here, opening quarter. Josie Brown lost the handle out of bounds. They're going to say off of Ramsey. Lady Rockets catch a break there.
Certainly did. It looked like Ramsey did put a hand in there, but it looked like it might have went through Ramsey, but the official right on the spot. Got to go with his call.
Off the inbounds, need some help. Out front, Hopkins with it. Now Kirby, and look at where they're having to start their offense, Noble.
That's a great deal of pressure, and again, someone has to come to the ball and help Kirby out, T-Roy, and maybe a couple screens or some picks would be right in due time, Coach Merle.
Brown fakes and travel the basketball when she spun, Noble. That's a tough break there. Very difficult to put that fake on and keep from dragging that pivot foot when you go to put it on the floor.
It didn't work out, but I like the fact that her aggressive nature was to try to score, T-Roy.
Yeah. And she's another young lady, only a freshman. Along the baseline, Ramsey had a shot, fired it back out on the wing. Ball knocked away by Hopkins. Ramsey goes baseline, worms her way inside, puts it up no good. Rebound to Kirby. Mason in rear court. We approach the 1 minute mark. Meager open, 3, bang! Megan Meager, feet set, beautiful rotation and splash from the senior. 6-4 ball game. Lady Rockets on top. Ramsey trying to answer. High arcing jumper off the baseline, no good. Rebound battled for, finally picked up by Spring Hill. Foul no good. Now Meager will clear it. Here comes Megan. All the way down the lane. Nice dump. Hopkins will put it up and in. Hopkins running the floor and a very nice dish from Meager, who drew the extra defender.
They're starting to find their groove, T-Roy.
Much more confident in being able to find the open player here, these last two. Brashear on the drive, puts it up, runner no good. Long rebound out of bounds to Spring Hill. Lady Raiders get to keep it as Enlow will check back in. Spring Hill will go back to J.C. Brashear. It'll be Elijah Harrison for the first time. And let's see who else is checked in. 24, Kristen Patton for the first time. Brashear with it out front. Kicks it now to Ramsey. Guarded closely there by Hopkins. She'll fire from 3, too strong. Long rebound to Warner. Gives it up to Meager. 3, 2, down the lane she goes. Good if it goes. No foul, no bucket. That's how we'll end this first quarter of play with your score. Lady Rockets 8, Lady Raiders 4.
Know that with Apex Banking Online, you can access your accounts, pay bills, and send money to friends and family anytime. Our online banking feature gives you the advantage of secure banking right from anywhere. With our mobile app and online services, banking has never been more convenient. We're here to serve you wherever you go. Visit us in Chapel Hill or call 931-246-7105. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Joseph Fowler and his outstanding staff are dedicated to providing the most effective, clinically superior physical therapy humanly possible. They make it easy to get back in the game by accepting most insurances, including Medicare. They specialize in total joint replacement rehab and orthopedic conditions. They'll help get your range of motion, flexibility, and your strength back. They even assist in dizziness and balance disorders. Get yourself back in the game at Benchmark Physical Therapy, 4654 Nashville Highway.
Welcome back as we get set for your second quarter here in Spring Hill. You feel a little chill in the air, my friend?
Yes, indeed, T-Roy. And I'll tell you what, if this, I'm finna say starting five here, they made a few adjustments to the starting five here in this second period here, T-Roy. But it can be quite a chill put over this Lady Raiders team if the Lady Rockets can come out and pick up second quarter where they left off in the first.
And both these teams with some frigid shooting in the first half.
I got what you meant, sir.
Just underway here in the second. Lady Rockets did pick it up with a couple of buckets late in the quarter. Meager penetrates inside, spins against Brashear, but they'll call her for the traveling violation as she went to pivot in the lane. Nice idea. Just an extra little step there.
Yes, indeed. The official was right on top of it.
Quick shot put up by Spring Hill, no good by Harrison. Ball battled for inside, and Warner's going to take another big spill. Foul's going to be called on Harrison, trying to go back and get her own rebound.
She certainly was following up her shot like you teach it.
She was. 16 foul now on the Lady Raiders. Noble, I think we've seen Meager be aggressive. That's what they're going to have to do. She's made a few things happen by her penetration.
She certainly have, T-Roy, and spotting up and knocking down a couple threes could be the difference in this game.
Warner trying to get it out of there, knocked away by Harrison, who cannot save it.
Harrison's quite an athlete there, T-Roy. I see she's quite a speedster, so she's probably going to be pressure on defense. I don't know how well she'll do on offense, but she looked like she'll certainly lock you down on defense.
It hadn't made much difference who shot the ball for Spring Hill right now. They have not been able to capitalize. Meager inside, backs her way in, goes to the left hand, shot put up no good. Ball on the floor, they'll battle for it underneath. Ramsey tied up by Kinsley Enlow, and the alternating possession gives it back to Spring Hill.
And Troy, I'm gonna go ahead and say this: Mason Kirby, this is a game made for her. I mean, with the Lady Raiders not doing much on offense, Mason Kirby can put up about 14 or 15 and just win this game.
Ramsey back out top Brashear. The only problem is, Noble, they have really done a good job of sticking to her. They played good defense on Mason here earlier.
They certainly have. And
that has not been the problem for the Lady Raiders. Impressed with their defensive effort. They just can't throw it in the ocean right now. J.C. Brashear with it. Now Ramsey against Hopkins. Lob over the top. Brashear with the help. Nice dump down. Shot put up and in. Really nice look there by Brashear to get it to Kirsten Patton, who hit on the layup. Kirby on the pull-up in transition, no good. Rebound battled for, controlled by Kinsley Enlow, who will be fouled. That'll put the Lady Rockets into the 1-and-1. Enslow being more aggressive on both ends, Noble.
And that's exactly what you need. If you can't put up a lot of shots and your shots are not coming down, certainly is no reason for you not to show up in other categories in the box.
17 foul for the Lady Raiders will put the Lady Rockets into the 1-and-1. Kinsley Enlow will step to the stripe. Enlow coming off a 16-point performance on Friday. Missed the front end of the 1-and-1, pulled away by Brashear.
We had the conversation about free throws maybe being the difference in this game, T-Roy.
Now the Lady Rockets with a little pressure. And we're going to have a bump as Meager was trying to give ground to Brashear's, and she'll end up picking up the foul.
Brashear's forced the issue, forced the official to call something.
Yep, 15 foul on the Lady Rockets. Yeah, Noble, if she goes there and gets set, that's an offensive foul, no doubt. She was just trying to give a little ground not to get the foul, but Brashear just kept on coming. Harrison out front with it. Ramsey will look inside. Bounce pass, low block, Brashear. Over Meager, shot no good, rebound to Megan.
They're just not falling, T-Roy. They're getting good look, the Lady Raiders.
Quickly the other way. Trying to find something in transition, but Spring Hill gets back. Kirby now with it. Ball poked away by Brashear, and she's going to pick up a personal. Belle Brashear with the foul, her first. And Noble, That is now the 7th Lady Raider to commit a foul here in the first half.
I want you to keep up with the free throw count, T-Roy. Again, 2-point game. Got a chance to pull away at the line.
Kirby toss, good. Mason now 3 of 3 from the stripe. Lady Rockets 4 of 6 as a team. They lead it by 3 and now make it 4. Kirby perfect from the stripe. Now a little pressure in rear court.
Leading scorer for the game with 4 free throws, T-Roy.
Brashear knocked away by Sadie Smith, who has checked in. The 8th grader scrapping here on the other end. They're going to tie her up in the alternating possession. We'll give it to Spring Hill. Noble, have I missed something, or does it seem like every alternating possession, it seems like it's going to the Lady Raiders? I know they're switching it, but I can't remember us getting it back between times.
I think we had one tied up underneath our basket down here.
You're right.
Yes, indeed.
Ramsey lets it fly. The 3 ball this time good. Mariah Ramsey connects and gets Spring Hill back within 1. Spring Hill will take a timeout. We'll take it as well.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Ream Heating Equipment was designed to bring affordable comfort to any home. So no matter your budget, we can help you feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Oh, come on! Yes, let's go!
When it's time for a tune-up or a new HVAC system, contact the trusted pros at Clint's Air Care for expert service and installation.
And we return. Spring Hill finally converting their first 3-point shot. Mariah Ramsey, who's taken a couple, dials one in from the left side beyond the arc and gets it back to a 1-point game.
Ramsey's not shy. I got a 6 shot attempts for the night, T-Roy.
Well, gets that one to go. And for the Lady Rockets, Coach Merle down in the huddle. Maybe we'll have our next timeout. We're back here tonight, so if we're having a little bit of difficulty, we're going to move that thing around and maybe do a little testing here to see if we can get a little better reception.
Officials was quite lenient with us, T-Roy. We stayed in that huddle too long after that first horn. Lady Rockets swinging the ball around. Kirby has the ball swinging around to the 8th grader, number 23.
Smith is going to give it out here on the wing. Get it right back. Folks, we're going to try to do a little adjustment on the fly here. Inside shot put up and in by Enlow. Enlow gets her first bucket. Ball knocked away. We got a jump ball situation. And the alternating possession this time will give it to the Lady Rockets.
And T-Roy, number 23, one of the 8th graders. I don't have her name, but she took a 3-point shot. So she's doing exactly what Coach Merle asked her to do.
Yeah, she has come in, and if she gets a good open look, she is not afraid to put it up. Penetrates inside, goes to the left hand. The runner no good. Pulled away by Brashear. Quickly they get it into front court. Right back to Brashear, who breaks toward the bucket. We're going to have a blocking foul inside. Carly Warner will pick up the foul. That's her second.
Forrest foul number 34, Carly Warner. That's her second, team 6.
To the line. First toss on the way by Brashear, no good.
Back in for Lady Raiders, number 10, Allie Davis. For Forrest, number 15, Megan.
First toss, no good. Trying to iron through a few technical difficulties here, folks. We'll try to do a few things on the fly here to help our picture. Is the second one missed as well. Rebound pulled away, and now here comes Meagher. Kick in low in the corner. 3-ball, bang. Feet set. Great follow through, and the bucket from Enlow. Now the lead is 6.
Speaking of follow through, she still got a risk in there. Picture perfect.
And Spring Hill with a little pressure throws it away. Right back the other way, and the Lady Rockets trying to put together a run. Mason Kirby with it. Work it around the perimeter now as You want to make sure you get good crisp passes against this zone. Smith had it knocked away, got it back, shot no good. Rebound pulled away by Brashear. Borba getting set to check in for the Lady Rockets. On the wing, they look down inside. Brashear.
It's a lot of pressure she putting on Pope down low, T-Roy.
Yeah, Pope doing a good job fronting her. They go back door. Good cut. Brashear to Brashear again for the bucket. Bell Brashear on the wing. Whips it to JC. Inlow trying to answer from three. No good. That's a travel. Missed that one as Brashear able to get it out of there. Davis back with it on this end. 3 minutes left here. Second quarter. Long three. Rebound battle for control by Pope, and she's going to be tied up in rear court. Good reach in by Goodman, able to tie her up, and Spring Hill will get it back. Borba will check in, replacing Smith. As she'll get congratulations heading back to the Lady Rocket bench. Davis to play it in.
No one's able to pull away in this game, T-Roy.
Folks, do want to tell you, at halftime, since we are having some difficulty with the picture, we're going to go off the air for just a few minutes, try to allow us to put this thing back together and maybe get a little more improved speed for you in this second half. Steele in low, in front of the pack. Spring Hill giving chase. Kinley puts it up and in. In low now with 7. Lead is 6. Pressure again. Davis in rear court. Throws out of it to Brashear. Gets it right back into front court now to Phillips. Underneath. Herring with the shot and the foul called on the Lady Rockets. It's going to go on in low. That'll be her second.
Fouls on Forrest, Kinsley in low.
It's going to send Greer Herring to the line for a pair. First toss good. Herring ready for her second. Another one of the youngsters is going to check in. Addie Howes for the first time as Herring hits them both. Back to a 4-point game as we approach the 2-minute mark. So Howes, Borba, Kirby, Meagler, and Pope. A lot of youth on the floor right now. 2 8th graders, a freshman, and 2 seniors. Pass intercepted. Telegraphed that one a little bit. Brashear will cruise in, put it up, and score it. J.C. Brashear now with 6, and Coach Burrow will take a quick timeout. We'll take it as well. 2-point game here in Spring Hill.
It's a 30-second timeout.
Let's see. Let me. Can we see? Will this thing come up? When it pops up. I think he's just catching up. I think that's what it is. We're so far behind on the stream. Okay, here we go. Maybe it's going. Yeah, try it again, see if we'll do anything. And they may not let us.
3 points, Mason Kirby. In for Forrest, number 20, Addie Howes. 22, Josie Brown.
And welcome back, everyone, as we're going to give this another go. Lady Rockets and the Lady Raiders here as going the other way. Ramsey with the steal, couldn't get it to drop, and Kirby will race it back to the other end. Shot put up and in, and she'll head to the line for one more. Mason Kirby again doing the damage. We see it almost every night, Noble.
Yes, we do. And
Great job.
I told you this game here was made for you. Highlighted the fact that Lady Raiders were playing lockdown defense, but this game was tailor-made for someone like a Mason Kirby, in my opinion.
Yeah, she has done a wonderful job, and Noble, she lets the game come to her. Shot put up and in. So Kirby converts now 27-19, and we're going to allow Peter and Gabe to get rolled back in here and get started. There's a shot put up and in. We're going to have an and one opportunity on this end. Nope. I thought at first he was going to call the block. Foul was called on Carly Warner, so they were, yeah, bucket will count. So a trip to the line upcoming. And the mark, Brashear toss good. Folks, we apologize. Hopefully we've been able to work through a few of our technical difficulties here, and maybe we can keep the stream on for you. 27-22, Kirby takes it down the lane, puts it up and in. Mason Kirby really having a great night here as she just continues to figure out a way to get it done.
I got her for 16 points, T-Roy. I told you this was tailor-made for her. 16 points, and it's still rather early.
Spring Hill on the back door. Brashear in traffic, grabs the rebound, and then she'll be fouled. Noble, 5 team fouls already on the Lady Rockets, and we are just a little over 3 minutes into this second half.
And hopefully we won't have to worry about Lady Raiders being very effective on the free throw line. Hopefully not.
29-22. Spring Hill is now down by 7. Shot put up on the runner, no good. Rebound pulled away, and here come the Lady Rockets. Picked it up in rear court. That time a mistake made by the Lady Rockets, but hustle back on the other end. Good job that time after the turnover. Borba had picked it up in rear court, and Oval tried to get it to Pope. Overshot her. Brashear's with the steal, but hustling back. And that was Howes instead of Borba. I thought it was 12, but it was Howes instead of Borba. So she did hustle back, and I thought got an awful lot of Rawlings there before they tagged her with a foul. Brashear to the line where she hits the first one. Gets them back to within 6 now. 3.5 gone by here, third quarter, and that's now the 6th foul already on the Lady Rockets, and that's not something you want to see.
And she's 5 for 7 from behind the line, so you don't want to foul Belle Brashear.
Oh, very nicely done. They break the pressure. Pope with a layup, couldn't get it to drop. Spring Hill will clear it. And now we're going to have a reaching in rear court. It's going to go on Josie Brown. And we're going to walk to the other end, Noble, and mark this. 4:17 left here in the third quarter. Lady Raiders are shooting 1-1.
It's not going to be a good night if this if they knock some down, and I may have missed something, but J.C. Brashear, first time I've seen her at the line tonight.
First trip I have as well. Of course, we've been messing with some of the technical stuff here, trying to get back on, so I'm not going to say I didn't miss something earlier.
Well, I'll let the folks at home know you were messing with the technical stuff. I was trying to keep stats, so I think that's her second attempt tonight. She's 1 of 2.
Lady Rockets with numbers. Brown trailing. Fires from 3. This one too strong. Long rebound. On the move, Harrison. Harrison racing the other way against Brown. Puts it up, and we're going to have a foul on Josie.
Meaning they'll shoot 2, T-Roy.
That's one way to get yourself back in a ball game, Noble. They're just going to live here. They've been to the free throw line, I think, the last 3 trips down.
And I don't have Harrison. This would be her first opportunity to shoot free throws as well, T-Roy.
High lefty arc, no good. Kirby's going to check back in after a very brief exit.
As long as we don't foul Belle Brashear, this won't hurt us as long as we don't have anyone foul out of the game, T-Roy.
Yeah. Harrison second. Left it short. Rebound pulled away by Meagher. Stifling pressure. Harrison with the steal. Tried to get it inside. Almost thrown away. Belle Brashear will get it back to J.C. Brashear in the corner. Now Bell with it under 4. Harrison on the curl, puts it up, and we got a foul on Megan Meagher. And Boy, didn't see an awful lot of contact there, Noble, unless they called it on one of the other players when she came around. Let's see. It's going to be on Megan, and like I say, I thought she held her ground pretty well. Didn't see any arm contact. It had to be just a little bit with the body.
Another case of Harrison pressing the issue. She was coming around with that quickness, T-Roy, and forced the official to make a call with a little bit of contact.
Ramsey back in, replacing Belle Brashear. Harrison banks the first one in. Second one on the way. This one off the mark. And Noble, I'm putting that one in my memory banks. If I get in a situation late in the game and I got to foul somebody, she's in the game. She's mine.
You don't have to put it in your – all you need to do is just make sure you don't foul number 3, Belle Brashear.
Brown in rear court. There's the pressure. Gets it free to Meager, who almost traveled with it. Now Kirby across the time stripe. Mason, kick, Hopkins, 3, got it! Samantha Hopkins from downtown, and you could tell, Noble, she was ready to shoot. She was like, hey, I made my mind up. I get this one, I'm letting this baby go.
She was already spotted up out there like a shooting practice.
Shot put up inside, no good. Rebound battle for. Ramsey got it back. Lady Rockets stemmed the tide a little bit. Harrison fouled from 3. Smith giving Chaser, no, check that. I'm having trouble. That's the only thing I'm having trouble with these other uniforms is seeing numbers. That was Smith.
Yes, and I'll say this, T-Roy. She may not hit them all, but if she just hit one, you don't want to keep letting them inch away.
Shot no good. Now she's 1 of 5 from the stripe. 3:07 left here in the third. Second toss. That one no good as well. Now it gets mental, Noble. You're 1 of 6 right now, and now you're thinking, you know what, I don't want to be out here shooting free throws. You can tell she kind of bounced that back to the official.
You have to help me, T-Roy. I understand what you mean is mental because she's 1 of 6. I would think you would know if you're a good free throw shooter before the game starts, right?
True. Now, some nights like others, you've got Shaq's going to have a good night from the free throw line every once in a while, but she just clanked another one up there. 1 of 7. They almost threw it away. Here comes Smith on the move. Wraps it around. Hopkins underneath. Put it up. Will not drop. Smith rebound. Got it. And 1. Stick-to-itiveness by Sadie Smith, the 8th grader. The hoop and the harm. Wouldn't stay for Hopkins, but Smith right there after a good pass inside. There to clean it up.
Staying aggressive. The 8th grader, T-Roy. She may play the remaining part of this game.
Missed the free throw, but Megan Meager clears it. Underneath, Hopkins spins and scores. You know, that's an unexpected lift that you get. Hopkins has got 7 tonight.
You know who else may play the remaining part of this game?
You're right, Samantha Hopkins. Ramsey on the run, got it. Mariah Ramsey now with 5. The lead is 8. They break that pressure again. Meager right downtown between defenders, and we've got a blocking foul. If you can beat the initial trap, they've been able to get numbers then, Noble, and they have forced the issue, which is what you want to do. That time Meager saw the middle wide open, and she took it right at the defender.
Right or wrong, T-Roy, no matter which team, whichever one has been aggressive, they've been rewarded tonight.
Meager hits the free throw. Megan now with 4. Wholesale substitutions in. 13, Amberly. Desiree.
Let me ask you, T-Roy, if you know that you are being rewarded every time you are aggressive with the ball, you remain aggressive on offense, right?
Right. Meager hits them both. Spring Hill with it in front court now. Lead is 10. Largest of the night for the Lady Rockets is they have come up big against the pressure. Almost stole it away. Belle Brashear out top to Ramsey. Brashear gets it right back, loads up a 3. Knuckleball no good. Rebound battle for, and Kirby will tie up Desir. Alternating possession leaves it with the Lady Raiders. Amberly Desir, 13 has checked in. She'll trigger it in, tried to get it underneath. Almost threw it away. Brashear got it, and then she put it between the wickets of Kirsten Patton out of bounds. That was a little 5-hole shot there right between the goalie's legs.
And I know folks are tuning in now, T-Roy. If I have my numbers right, I think it was 23-17, I think at halftime for the Lady Rockets.
I think you're correct, yes. They picked it up. This one's stolen away, and here comes Spring Hill the other way. Ramsey with it. Back out top, Brashear. Tried to get it to Ramsey on the baseline. Almost lost it, but got it back right before it went out of bounds. Goodman got good low block position. Shot no good. Rebound pulled away by Spring Hill. Ramsey from 3, no good. Desir will fire. 16-footer, no good. Rebound battle for again. Spring Hill will clear it, and that's that offensive rebounding that you don't want to see here. Keep giving them extra looks. Goodman got the 3rd rebound on that possession. She'll go to the line after being fouled by Megan Miller. Megan's 3rd, team's 10th now, as Goodman hits the first free throw.
First time I've seen her at the line as well, T-Roy, and the way she shot that, she may be good for this next one.
Yeah, we know that Belle Brashear can shoot them. J.C. Brashear has been good. It's Elijah Harrison. Second toss good as well.
We had a little lane violation, so had she missed that, she would have got another opportunity.
Smith in rear court. Gives it up to Lever. Now Hopkins. Right back to Megan. Gives it up to Smith, now Kirby. Mason will fire. Shot no good. Hopkins got a rebound. Keeps it alive now. Kirby with it, and we got a foul. Hopkins got a hand on it. Smith then saved it into the hands of Kirby, who drew the foul. Good hustle.
Great deal of hustling. Loose ball, chased it down, saved the ball, got another opportunity to put some shots up.
Out front, Bigger with it. On a wing now to Smith. Brown, open. 3, too strong. Pulled away by Spring Hill. Goodman with it in rear court, leaves it with Ramsey to advance it across the half-court mark. Ramsey picks up the dribble on the wing. Smith after her commits the foul, and that's the problem now, Noble. Double bonus situation.
Forrest foul number 23, Sadie Smith. It's her 3rd.
Tell you what, T-Roy. Mariah Ramsey, 2 for 2. So I guess you have to expect her to hit at least 1 or 2 of these, right?
Yeah, you would think so. She hits that one right down the middle.
And I tell you what, if she shoots it like that, she's going to be 4 for 4. Well, we know 2 players you can't put at the line. Number 1, number 3, Ramsey and Brashear.
Megan Meager is going to get a brief blow. She's played well. Second toss, Ramsey good as well. Ramsey now 4 of 4. Pressure again. Kirby gives it up to Brown. Breaks the pressure in front court all the way under Howes. And it'll be slapped away from behind. But once again, got it to the center of the floor. No, gave her an opportunity to get a shot off.
Exactly the way you teach it, T-Roy. Bring the ball straight down the middle, force the defender to make a decision.
Good D by Spring Hill. Ball poked away. J.C. Brashear in front of the pack to the left hand. Got it. Nice steal by Brashear. Final 20 seconds of the quarter. Brown, baseball pass Smith, right side. Straight away, Kirby fakes, penetrates, got fouled from behind on the buck by Brashear. J.C. Brashear will pick up the foul and send Mason Kirby to the line.
These 2 free throws by Mason Kirby will be her 9th attempt when she gets through with both of these, with an opportunity to be 9 for 9.
Sweet. No, you know that you are in the zone when you shoot free throws and the net never moves. I mean, that thing barely even just moved an inch. Swished that one again. And that's a big 2 points there for the Lady Rockets. Gets it back to 6. Brashear trying to answer late in the quarter and does so. Belle Brashear just before the horn gets Spring Hill back within 3. We got ourselves a ball game as we head to the 4th. Lady Rockets by 3 here on TC Sports 1.
Funeral Home and Cremation Services had its beginning in 1939 when Thomas H. Lawrence established the business. Lawrence Funeral Home has always strived to provide compassionate, dignified, and professional service to every family it serves, regardless of their circumstances. Lawrence Funeral Home pledges to the families of Marshall and surrounding counties to continue providing excellence in funeral service. In your time of need, our family is there for your family. Lawrence Funeral Home and Cremation Service.
Stop in and visit Mac Equipment, your largest Exmark and Cub Cadet dealer in the state of Tennessee. Locally owned and operated in the heart of Chapel Hill at 109 North Horton Parkway, next to Southern Roots Hair Salon. Mac Equipment offers parts, sales, service, and rental. Their factory-certified technicians also service multiple brands of outdoor power equipment, making this a perfect stop for your future equipment repairs. Don't forget to visit our 2 other locations in Murfreesboro and Lewisburg. That's Mac Equipment.
Welcome back. We head to this 4th quarter now here in Spring Hill, as it's 40-37 Lady Rockets. They're going to get it first. Spring Hill has shown pressure throughout that 3rd, and a mixed bag, Noble. They've gotten a few steals where they've gotten some easy layups, but they've also had the Lady Rockets beat the press to score easily on their own.
Yes, indeed. And number 1, Ramsey is doing a great job of pressuring.
Meagher's 3 no good. A long rebound comes to Belle Brashear. Brashear dumps it down low. J.C. Brashear not looking for that one. Turnover, Warner gets it quickly to Kirby. Bounce pass in the corner, in low, spot up 3, got it. Nice kick high there off the rim, and it finds its mark. Kinsley in low now in double figures with 10. Couple of threes for her, and the lead is back to 6. If you're Spring Hill here, Noble, you want to be aggressive. You've gotten the Lady Rockets into the double bonus. You want to shoot free throws. It'll be fine.
Certainly do, but you want the right people shooting them, though.
Stolen by Enlow off the tip. Kinsley underneath, and no foul. Enlow wanted it. The official said clean block from behind by Belle Brashear, but I thought there might have been a little contact, maybe not from Brashear, but the other defender that was trailing. Kirby out front. Swing it, Meagher. Thought about the 3, cross-court right side, behind the screen. Kinsley Enlow from 3, too strong. Hopkins following, she's fouled. Right place, right time. Samantha Hopkins in the paint. Picks up the rebound and draws the foul.
Samantha Hopkins has 7 points, T-Roy.
Little coming out party tonight.
Yes, indeed, at the line. First time I have her at the line, so she certainly has a golden opportunity to get double digits tonight.
Hopkins, pretty good shooter. First toss, a jinxter.
Still got plenty of time to get double figures on the board, though.
Sam, the senior, ready for the second one. This one on the way. Back iron, no good. Rebound pulled away by Davis. Quickly they work the other way. Kirby just lurking there. Picks that one off on the cross-court attempt. Pulls the trigger, blocked by Brashear.
She's long, T-Roy.
Nice recovery by Belle Brashear. Second time she's blocked one away. But Kirby read that one all the way on the cross-court.
She did, like old DB, just jumped right in the passing lane.
Belle Brashear again, long 3. This one no good. Rebound battled for. It'll be off Megan Meagher, out of bounds. And back to Spring Hill as Ramsey set to check back in. Noble, I'd feel a little better if they could get a defensive stop, maybe a bucket or 2 here, get that lead close to double figures. Brashear.
Defensive stop. Opportunity, as you said, to put some points on the board.
Brashear goes inside, blocked away beautifully by Meagher. On the move the other way, in low. Kinsley. Out to Kirby. Mason thought about it. She'll back it out now to set the offense. Kirby drifting left with the dribble. Spring Hill comes out to get Kirby. Leaves it now with Hopkins. Hopkins against J.C. Brashear. Picks up the dribble now to Meagher. Meagher, Kirby in traffic, fouled. Tried to step through the double team of Davis and Phillips. And the foul is going to go on Davis.
Good news. Going to the line, T-Roy, and the way Mason Kirby shoots, she will get 2 shot attempts.
And Davis has just fouled out of the contest. Patton will check back in for Spring Hill. I did not have her Noble with any points, but like I say, I may have missed something while I was working on the technical side.
Talking about Davis, correct?
Right.
Davis only had one shot attempt all night. She missed a 2-point basket.
Mason Kirby drains another. Stays perfect at the stripe. Mason readies. Toss. I should shut up. Missed the second one.
She has 19 points for the night, T-Roy.
What is that, 9 of 10 or 10 or 11 from the stripe?
9 of 10, 10 of 11 from the stripe.
Brashear, JC with a miss. Kirby with a rebound in rear court. We got a foul on Ramsey on the reach in, so we'll walk down to the other end now for another Kirby 1-and-1. 9 team fouls on Spring Hill now. So the advantage that they once held, it was double bonus for the Lady Raiders and only 3 team fouls on them, but now that has quickly closed up.
Has evaporated pretty much because the next one will negate all that, T-Roy. 13 opportunities at the free throw line for Mason Kirby right here, T-Roy.
First toss, no good. Rebound battle for Kirby and Ramsey battle for it. It'll be off Mason, out of bounds. Noble, I could have kept my mouth shut just a minute ago.
You very well could have. She could have just kept statting them up. So, yes, indeed.
5:30 left here, fourth quarter.
Mason's 10 of 12 from the line.
Lead stays at 7. J.C. Brashears may have gotten by with a travel there. Cross court to Bell Brashear. Work it around the perimeter. Inside J.C. Brashear. Back out to Bell. Kirby lurking in the shadows there as Ramsey puts up a long 3. Shot no good. Long rebound out of bounds to the Lady Rockets.
T-Roy Ramsey has not been shy this evening. She has 5 3-point attempts and 10 2-point attempts. So she has 15 shots put up tonight. She's deadly from the line, though.
5 minutes remaining. 44-37 Lady Rockets. They've got the basketball. Bounce pass. In low, and we got a hand check. That'll be on Bell Brashear, and Kinsley Enlow now will step in, and we know she's going to take 2. Double bonus situation coming up. That's just the second foul on Bell Brashear. As Kinsley steps to the strike. First toss, bang. Enlow now with 11. Or did I miss something?
No, sir. This is 12. That's all you missed. You just missed the idea of looking ahead.
16 Friday night. She's got 12 here with 4:46 to go, and that's what you want and expect from her.
Back to back. That's what I'm talking about. Be consistent with it.
And now Lady Rockets are just going to stay in that zone. Hopkins patrolling the lane as you see Spring Hill setting their offense way away from the basket, Noble. Hopkins was just wandering around there looking for somebody to come into her zip code. Ball knocked away, stolen by Megan Meager. On the lead pass, returns the favor as Phillips will come out of there with it.
Yeah, Lady Rockets had an opportunity to take some time off the clock, T-Roy.
Clock ticks, approaching the 4-minute mark. Lady Rockets will be content for them to take all the time they want here. Ramsey baseline, pulls the trigger, little runner good. Ramsey squeezed that one up and in as she got between defenders, and a quick timeout taken by the Raiders.
It's a 30-second.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Ream Heating Equipment was designed to bring affordable comfort to any home. So no matter your budget, we can help you feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Oh, come on! Yes, let's go!
When it's time for a tune-up or a new HVAC system, contact the trusted pros at Clint's Air Care for expert service and installation.
Welcome back, everyone. Down the stretch we come. I think we have our technical issues rectified, at least for the time being. Had some reception issues here that hopefully we've been able to clear up. Meager lobs it to Warner ahead of the pack. Samantha Hopkins all the way under. Puts it up and in. Sam with 9. Big night for her.
Great night. Just needed to get to the free throw line. Shoot 2. Just hit one of those. Double digits. Samantha Hopkins tonight for the night's over.
The lead is 9 right now. Time becoming the ally of the Lady Rockets. 3.5 left here. Ramsey. J.C. Brashear from 3. Line drive, good. J.C. Brashear in double figures now. Against the pressure. Warner in rear court. Here comes the trap. Fires it to in-low. Now they got numbers. Kinsley backs it out now as we approach the 3-minute mark. Kirby with the dribble. Coach Merle saying, hey, let's just take our time, get a good shot here. Kirby between defenders all the way under. No foul. Rebound cleared away by Brashear. Brashear fires from 3 again. Long rebound controlled by in-low. Kinsley in rear court. Across the time stripe now, Meager. Trying to get out of that sideline. Gives it up to in-low. Out front, Kirby. 15-footer, no good. Rebound battle for. Hopkins staying with it. Samantha gets the rebound. Good hustle and another possession. Hopkins having a great game tonight.
They didn't officially box her out, T-Roy. Excellent job.
We got a foul out front. And she's playing with some confidence right now, Noble.
She certainly is.
Making the most of her time here this evening.
And we got a golden opportunity, T-Roy, to have 3 Lady Rockets double digits before the night's over.
Megan Meager to the stripe, shooting 2 the rest of the way. Meager's toss good.
Springhill substitutions, 2 Harrison, 21 Braden.
21 Braden checks into the game. First time we've seen her tonight, I believe, Noble. 2:20 left. 7-point game. Lady Rockets missed the free throw on the second one there by Meager. And here comes Spring Hill. They got to have a bucket in a hurry. Harrison in the corner. Just back off and let her throw it up there. That's the best defense right now.
He said throw it up there.
She is quick, great defender, but the offensive game has not been her staple here tonight.
May not be why you bring off the bench, T-Roy.
That's one of those offensive, defensive substitutions. I want her on the floor defensively. They just got her on the floor. Maybe a possession early here.
Yes, indeed.
Into the corner. Brady lets it fly. Shot no good. A rebound. Samantha Hopkins. Hopkins trying to clear it. Gets it out of there in low now. Kinsley in rear court. Kirby trying to get out of her way. Here comes Kinsley. Ball knocked away, and it'll go to Spring Hill.
And Brayton has been in the game, T-Roy. She officially is in the book. She has a 1 3-point attempt and 1 foul.
Okay. Brashear now. Bell Brashear to play it in. 1:29 left. Spring Hill trailing by 7. Lady Rockets looking to make it 4 in a row here. Harrison lost the handle. Got it back in the corner now to Brashear. Lady Rockets just let them take all the time they want. Inside on the baseline, Ramsey. Goes Harrison, puts it up, and she says, what do you know, Troy Cashin? I can score the basketball. Little floater with a left hand. Finds this mark. We're down to 5, and we'll take a timeout.
You can't have it all. At Brooks Grocery, they've got farm fresh fruits and vegetables, a deli with a selection of freshly prepared favorites, Brooks specialties like Ava's pimento cheese and Adam's chicken salad, freshly made pies, cakes, and desserts, and who could possibly forget the best meat department you'll find anywhere. Great selection, online ordering, and friendly customer service. Brooks Grocery, the place you'll find your next favorite food.
And welcome back. 49-44. Quick set. Both teams in the double bonus right now. Possession arrow in favor of Spring Hill. Lady Rockets will have the basketball after the bucket by Harrison. It'll be Kirby, Enlow, Warner, Meager, and Hopkins. And Samantha Hopkins has had a great game here tonight. Noble, what is she, 9 points on the evening?
9 points on the evening, T-Roy, and I'm still campaigning for her to get 1 more free throw, double digits.
I'm with you. I don't think she's been in double digits in her high school career, so it'd be a nice time to do it tonight.
Somebody called down to Coach Merrill on the back phone.
Meager into front court. Gives it up to Kirby. Mason on the move, and she'll be fouled on the bump from behind by Ramsey and Kirby. That's a veteran move there. Knew that Ramsey was coming, just kind of took a step backward, let her run right into her.
She knew she was coming because she had Ramsey chasing her around and just pulled up on the break, T-Roy. So Ramsey has been disqualified for this contest.
Mason Kirby trying to go over 20 again, Noble.
I love her chances, T-Roy. She's gonna get 2 shot attempts, only needing 1. I'm gonna bank one of these.
Told you, I'm keeping my mouth shut.
That's all right. You're the guy who's supposed to deal only in facts. I don't mind telling folks she's good for 1 and then 2.
That's 2.
I don't mind saying that out loud.
Didn't jinx her that time. 2 in a row there by Mason. Back to 7. 53 seconds remaining. Brashear, another 3 off the mark. Rebound to Megan Meager.
How dare you blame it on luck or unlucky, T-Roy. That's just skill.
That is skill right there. Kirby into front court. Picks up the dribble now to Enlow. Enlow trying to get out of that trap, and she's going to be fouled by Belle Brashear. Enlow now will step to the line. Had she been able to see, Hopkins was camped out underneath the bucket with nobody within 5 miles of her, but both Brashears, who are probably 5'10", 5'11" at least, coming at Enlow, so she couldn't see over them to get it to her.
See, look at you. See, that's that offensive mind about you, my man. You down there thinking Hopkins is down there screaming for the ball.
Yeah. I'm Sam right now. Look, y'all, I got 9. I want 10. Get it to me. I got 35 seconds left. Enlow hits another one. Lead to 11. Or excuse me, 9.
Enlow has 14, T-Roy.
Shot put up no good. There's Enlow on the rebound again. In rear court, she's going to be fouled again. And this is the way you know at the end of the game, somebody's going to foul me. I'm going to walk down here and get 2 more.
See, that's that offensive mind you're talking about. So let me translate to you. Here's what I heard you say. Hopkins need to get her a rebound, right?
Right.
That's what
right.
she needs. She needs to get in there and get a rebound.
Crash the glass.
So she can get fouled.
Enlow, that one rims in and out there on Kinsley. She'll get another. Toss on the way, money. She's just got such a pure stroke.
It's hard to lose. You got one player with 20, Kirby, and one with 15, Enlow, and then Hopkins with 9.
Final 15 seconds. Inside shot put up and in by Belle Brashear, and Spring Hill will take a quick timeout. Let's keep it here, Noble. 10 seconds remaining. And we're going to see the Lady Rockets here pick up their 4th win in a row. You go on the road here tonight in a non-district contest against a AAA team, pick up the win. This is a nice one. You get to come back with a lot of confidence with community coming to town, and if you win that one, you tie for the regular season championship if you beat Cascade, and more than likely they're going to be favored, but that's a huge one coming up on Friday.
I've been impressed with the second half for the Lady Rockets, T-Roy. They seem like they've calmed down. Nice little balanced attack on both ends of the court. So not a good first quarter by either team, 8-4 game, but it's been somewhat entertaining second quarter on.
Think about this, Noble. They had 8 points at the end of the first 8 minutes. In the next 24 minutes, they've gotten 46 points.
Well, sounds like you're saying exactly what I'm saying. You have enjoyed immensely these last 3 quarters.
Yeah, this game was what you were going to call a snoozer if you're looking for a lot of offense early on. Both teams having trouble, but, boy, they have really, speaking of the Lady Rockets, come out and challenged that pressure by Spring Hill and really made them pay for it here in the second half.
I recall having a discussion with you. It seemed like 30 points was going to be a winning night for someone.
Baseball pass, this one knocked away. Kirby's got it in rear court, and Brashear will corral her.
Who was down here in the rear court all by herself, T-Roy?
Samantha Hopkins again.
They were throwing the ball to Samantha. And let me ask you, do you think Coach Merle called a set play for Samantha Hopkins to
I
get
don't
the
know,
ball?
man. I probably not, but he probably wouldn't. He probably wouldn't put up too much of a protest if she ended up with it.
Now she's the only one down here that could catch that ball, correct?
Yeah.
So the ball had to be going to Samantha Hopkins, right?
Right.
Samantha, Coach tried to get you points. 2 more for
Kirby.
For
2 more.
Yes, indeed. She has 22 on the night, T-Roy.
Hey, you could go foul right now and get another one if you really wanted her to. Brashear went out of bounds. No call. She thought she was going to get a call on Warner. 1 second left. You got a Christian Leitner in you here?
No, you just throw it in and let them foul you, T-Roy. They're not going to do anything. Run the clock.
Inbounds, in low with the catch, and lap will draw to a conclusion. We watch a happy Samantha Hopkins do a little shuffle as she comes off the floor. Her teammates happy as well as they get number 4 in a row.
They call that the gritty, T-Roy. She's doing the gritty.
56-46 the final. Lady Rockets win their 4th in a row and number 8 on the season. We'll be back to wrap this one up.
Don't know what I would do without you to show me the way and the truth. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have you. If I didn't have you.
Your local agents, Scott Bond and Troy Cashin. Are you moving to the area and need a place to store your possessions? Are you trying to declutter your existing space or needing a place to park your boat, RV, truck, trailer, or camper? There's a simple solution. It's Highway 99 Storage. Conveniently located off Highway 99 and James King Road, it's a lighted, secure, and fenced-in area to keep your valuables safe. New units available with climate control. Call 364-5678 to rent. That's Highway 99 Storage. Hometown banking. It's having your decisions made by a bank right here in your town, not in another city, county, or even state. It's neighbors and friends who know your name and take the time to greet you when you walk in. It's modern technology such as online banking and mobile check deposits while still being able to talk to a living, breathing human. Come visit us at 4641 Nashville Highway or call us at 364-7888. First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Moving forward with strong tradition. It's the town's motto, but it holds so true today. The town of Chapel Hill is balancing expanded growth with preserving the small town traditions that make it special. The town's administration and employees would like to take this time to reaffirm their commitment to the citizens of Chapel Hill and to wish the Rockets and Lady Rockets success in their upcoming seasons. From the home of the Lions Super Bowl of the South, the town of Chapel Hill says, "Go Rockets!"
And welcome back as Lady Rockets pick up their 4th win in a row. 56-46 here tonight. As we talked about earlier, it was a little bit of a sluggish start as both these teams really had to kind of feel each other out. But the Lady Rockets got it going in the second half, and Noble ends up being a good win for them.
It ended up being a great win, T-Roy. Let me tell you why it ends up being a great win. It ends up being a great win because the folks at home, they've been listening to us kind of highlight the fact that they almost had 3 players in double figures. But here's where I want to highlight also, T-Roy. Mason Kirby, 14 of 16 from the line, and Enlow, 5 of 7 from the line. So what that means to me, T-Roy, you can speak on it a little better than I can. And also Mila. Mila was 3 of 4 from the line. Late in the game, if you ever have a close game or whatever, you have 3 of your 5 starters who you always can keep in the game, and you can make it hard on the opposing team to try to figure out who to foul.
No, well, they talk about it so much, and it's so cliche, but it's true. If you shoot the basketball well from the free throw line, limit your turnovers, you're going to keep yourself in a lot of games and give yourself a chance to win. Lady Rockets did that in the second half. They didn't commit nearly as many turnovers as they did in the first half. They shot the ball extremely well from the free throw line, and they broke the pressure. They were aggressive against the pressure, and they end up with a 10-point victory.
Yes, they did. And as you alluded to earlier, finished the first quarter only up 4. So played excellent basketball throughout the stretch there. And as you said, they did reduce the turnovers in that second half there, T-Roy, and did a fine job, as we said, taking advantage and closing the gap and on the free throw line, but fully taking advantage of the fact that the Lady Raiders didn't shoot too well from the free throw line when they had the advantage.
Noble, give us a quick rundown for the final scoring column for the Lady Rockets tonight.
Don't mind at all. Yes, indeed. As you know, Kirby, 22 points, leading scorer in the entire game, 15 points for Enlow. Miller, number 15, had 6 points. Hopkins, as you know, had 9 points. And I got 2 points for Smith, the 8th grader, and I'm only missing 1 point somewhere. So excellent job. It's probably one of those individuals, maybe a free throw that I might have missed somewhere, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lady Rockets in the scoring column there. And as we alluded to earlier, you had 3 of them almost in double figures that time, T-Roy, tonight.
Well, we apologize, folks, as we missed a little bit of the girls' game. Had some signal strength issues, moved some things around here. We've put our leg in one direction, our arm in the other, held it up over our head, and got our signal hopefully right here. So it is held in and hopefully sunk in here with a little better signal strength where we can get you through this boys basketball game, hopefully without any interruptions. Apologize for the interruption we had there during the girls, but hopefully that during that second half had a good picture for you as we came down the stretch. Noble, as always, taking care of business, keeping those stats and trying to hold the fort down while we were working on the technical side.
Lady Rockets, 23 of 31 as a team from the free throw line, T-Roy. 23 of 31. So for the folks at home, real clearly, they shot 74% from the free throw line. So from listening to you, T-Roy, I'm assuming you'll take that 74% as a team from the free throw line for the night.
Yeah, I will take that any night. I mean, coaches are always going to want to be better, but if you get a team shooting, 72, 73% as a team from the line, that's kind of always in the college game has been something you want to kind of have as a benchmark, especially in high school. If you can shoot a couple of points over that, I take it every night.
Yes, indeed. And that kind of concludes everything for the opening game there. Again, Lady Rockets traveling on the road. Lady Raiders coming away with a 10-point win there, T-Roy.
Put a little gift wrap on that one, and Lady Rockets have won for the 6th time in 9 games. 4 in a row. Got a little streak going as they close, and a huge one coming up at home. Community rolling into town for the regular season district championship. With that being said, let's take a break. We'll return and preview boys action coming up here on TC Sports 1.
Hometown banking. It's having your decisions made by a bank right here in your town, not in another city, county, or even state. It's neighbors and friends who know your name and take the time to greet you when you walk in. It's modern technology such as online banking and mobile check deposits while still being able to talk to a living, breathing human. Come visit us at 4641 Nashville Highway or call us at 364-7888. First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Moving forward with strong tradition. It's the town's motto, but it holds so true today. The town of Chapel Hill is balancing expanded growth with preserving the small town traditions that make it special. The town's administration and employees would like to take this time to reaffirm their commitment to the citizens of Chapel Hill and to wish the Rockets and Lady Rockets success in their upcoming seasons. From the home of the Lions Super Bowl of the South, the town of Chapel Hill says, "Go Rockets!"
Advanced Eye Care Clinic, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan and his staff offer a wide range of services, including comprehensive eye exams, advanced testing, and eye disease management. Fashion frames from top names like Guess and Kate Spade. They also stay on top of new eye care advances like Vuity and Upneat. And that unique Dr. J touch that always leaves you with a smile until your next visit. Make your appointment at 359-4373. Advanced Eye Care Clinic, 815 East Commerce.
Your one-stop shop to keep your vehicle running smooth is J&J Automotive. From routine maintenance like oil changes to brake repairs, tires and alignment, and exhaust work as well, J&J has got you covered. They work on gas and diesel engines. Call Vince or Matt Jackson at 931-364-5602 or stop by their location at 1791 Highway 99. Keep your vehicle in tip-top shape at J&J Automotive.
And welcome back as we get set for game number 2 here tonight. It pits the 2-18 Rockets of Forrest High School against the 10-8 Raiders of Spring Hill. And Coach Chapman making his way into the gym tonight. He said, T-Roy, he said, it's been 24 years since I was in this gym. And Noble, that holds some significance. Coach Chapman was a member, and a rather significant member, of that 1998 Marshall County team that went to the state tournament. I think lost in the second round, but they had some absolute wars here with Troy Carter, I believe Shields, and a couple of those other guys from Spring Hill. Those games were hotly contested, and some of the best basketball that you would see. There were some rivalries between Marshall County and Spring Hill. That this place was packed. People were hanging from the rafters. When you had Marcus Hazlip coming through, Ryan Young, and they had Carter on the other side. And I believe Carter ended up going to East Tennessee State, but Coach Chapman was talking about that. He said, it's been a long time since I've been here. He said, I would love to have that same kind of game tonight for us that we had as Marshall County back in the day against Spring Hill. These teams, I believe it was in that 98 season, they played 5 times, twice during the regular season. Spring Hill won both matchups. They played in the district tournament finals. Spring Hill beat Marshall County in the district tournament finals. They met again in the region tourney finals. Spring Hill beat them again. They ended up playing in the first round of the state tournament, and Marshall County beat them. The only time they beat them that year was in the state tournament.
And they won the one that matters, right?
They won the one that matters, yeah.
Isn't that interesting, T-Roy? They always want to have the debate, is it difficult to beat a team multiple times? And I just always have contributed to it all depends on what your personnel look like. But because at the end of the day, you already know what plays they run, and you already know. So it's just about execution, right?
Yeah, it is. And you knew coming into each and every game, if I remember correctly, I think all of those games were single-digit games. So it was just a possession here, a possession there, and you know, like I say, great basketball. And Spring Hill's boys have had a great tradition throughout the years. You see the banners, 93, 98, 99. Last time they went to the state tourney was 2012, but this program under Coach Jimmy Young, who has been here forever, they have definitely been year in and year out a force to be reckoned with. So, you know, for them, they want to come in here tonight, take care of a non-district matchup. They're 3-3 in their district. They want to try to get some momentum heading into the stretch. For the Rockets here tonight, hey, you just want to make sure you improved an awful lot. You played a really nice game against Grundy on Friday night. Got behind early, I think it was 16-2. Came back, got within 1 late in the contest, had a chance to go ahead a couple of times, took Grundy to the wire before finally losing by 6. So you come out here tonight, if you're Coach Chapman, and say, hey, look, this is the same kind of athletic group that we played against Grundy. Let's go out here and play that same style of basketball again, only let's not get behind 16-2.
And you just alluded to it, T-Roy, that confidence that you build from playing Grundy County, but you also highlighted the fact of what you wanted to focus on. You don't want to get so far behind that you had to work that hard to put yourself back into the contest. So go back, and you always know you now have an opportunity to look at film, make the corrections you need to make, but a golden opportunity to come out here and try to keep yourself in the game relatively early.
Yeah, you're going to be watching for Spring Hill tonight. Keyshawn Brashear, number 4. And we've seen the Keyshawn, like KJ Johnson. He's got the same hairstyle that KJ had back in the day. Shoots the ball well. He's a 1,000-point scorer in his career, so they're going to have to cover him up quickly.
Looks like he'd do a great job with a shampoo commercial. Look at him, T-Roy. Look at that jump shot. You see his hair bounce?
I'm telling you, man, he's got the Troy Polamalu going on there.
That's an excellent job. When he shoot that jumper, his hair just bounce up there. Excellent job.
Hey, I guess that's maybe one of those things where you know you're in the groove if your hair hits just right when you shoot the jumper.
Hey, he's looking good, so I don't know how well he'll play, but he certainly looks good. So, and I think, T-Roy, if I'm not mistaken, there's 2 Alderson young men on here, and I was told to kind of keep an eye out for one of those Alderson young men. I'm not sure which one to highlight, but we'll probably find out a little later on. But Alderson, I heard those young men there will be somebody to keep an eye out for.
Let's see, we've got Elijah Alderson, who is a 6'4" sophomore, and then we've got the senior Ricola.
Yes, indeed,
Anderson.
And I know we're having a little fun with the Ricola, but I'm not sure that'll most likely probably be the one that they told me to keep an eye out for. But one of those Aldersons is somebody whose name they said T-Roy may call quite often tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to this matchup. Like I say, it's been a long time. I told Coach Chapman it's been a while since I've been in this gymnasium as well, probably 8 or 9 years after we used to make the trip a couple of times a year at least. But tonight you see a few more folks beginning to pile in. And Noble, quite frankly, back in the day, this place was filled up. So a little disappointed to not see as many folks in the stands as you used to see, but pretty decent crowd here for Monday.
Well, I'll tell you what, T-Roy, you alluded to it a second ago. We're sitting up here and we're looking at the banners hanging, right?
Right.
1994, 98, 99, 2012, sub-state sectional, respectively. Those banners in the past, that doesn't put people in the seats in 2023, T-Roy.
Exactly. It's what have you done for me lately.
So if you want to ask people to come out when you're telling me the roads are going to be slick out there, you need to give me a reason to come out.
And speaking of that, I think, Noble, you said you had already been kind of informed that you were going to be on a delay, and I think Gabe had already said come up here and did a dance around us, and I was wondering what was going on, and I think he said maybe school might be out tomorrow, so we're going to work on getting a little clarification on that.
He doing a snow dance, but yes, indeed, I've been informed I got a 2-hour delay due to the weather. So, Gabe is a little excited, so he very well may get a longer delay.
Yeah. We get ready now for our starting lineups for boys action coming up here. It's the Rockets and the Raiders here on TC Sports 1. Starting for the Rockets tonight, it'll be the senior number 2, Mason Harper. Also tonight, the junior, number 4, Bray McCown. Starting tonight for the Rockets, it'll be the junior, number 5, Jimmy Bond. Out of forward, the senior, number 20, Ryan Meglis. And rounding out the starting 5 out of forward position, it's number 22, the senior, Davin Porter. Those are your starting lineups for Coach Shane Chapman, and he is assisted by Tyler Juice Rumley.
Says Juice?
Juice.
Juice. I like that, Juice. I like that.
And now, the other side of the ledger to Coach Jimmy Young's Spring Hill Raiders. That's a lot to live up to, just the opening music here, Noble.
Hey, he doubled down with that also.
Number 3, Hugh Simmons.
And starting, it'll be Quintavious Simmons. Number 3 out of guard. Out of forward position, we talked about him, the 1,000-point scorer, Keyshawn Brashear. Out of forward position, number 12, Ricola Alderson. Also out of forward, it's going to be 20, Bryce St. Croix. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Raiders, it's going to be number 30, Max Joslin. And Noble looking at 5 seniors starting for the Raiders. Brashear, Simmons, Alderson, St. Croix, and Joslin. For the Raiders, it'll be Harper, Meglis, McCown, Porter, and Bond for the Rockets. Forrest and Spring Hill. If you're just joining us, Lady Raiders falling to the Lady Rockets. Forrest winning their 4th in a row, 56-46 the final. It's going to be Joslin and McCown set to get this one underway.
Athletic build looked like for the Raiders, so I'm looking at the legs and the height and the wingspan, so we'll see how well they get up and down the court.
That may be your typical Spring Hill starting 5. They'll get the first look here as Simmons will bring it into front court. Quintavious Simmons, as we said, all 5 starters are seniors, letting it fly from 3. Shot no good. Rebound pulled away by St. Croix. Another look here for the Raiders. Second 3 ball on the way from the wing. This one too strong. Keeping it alive, Jocelyn. Back in the corner, Simmons from 3, no good. And this will now be the 4th opportunity here for the Raiders. Simmons has it out front. Noble, you cannot afford to give away that many second chances.
You cannot, but if there's any indication, we're not worried about the long-range shooting.
St. Croix from 3. This one no good. Tipped high into the air, controlled by Bond. Jimmy racing the other way. Spring Hill gets back. Bond out front. Harper. Kick back up front, stolen away by Brashear. Brashear with the left hand and the crossover. Travel with it. Good defense by Jimmy Bond that time.
In the right spot, T. Roy. no reason to apply any pressure on him because the offensive player wasn't necessarily under complete control.
Yep. Brashear went for the Euro as Bond will pull the trigger, a little 15-footer off the window and in.
Interesting, isn't it? I tell you what, one shot knocked down for the Rockets. Raiders had 5 shot attempts.
So far, so good. Minute and a half gone by. The Raiders with a basketball. St. Croix kept that one from going out of bounds. They go inside. Alderson on the backdoor cut. Nicely done. Roaming that baseline was Brashear. He's on the board, 2-2 ball game.
I got a feeling he'll hit a lot of those if you'll give that up.
Yeah, got a feeling there's a reason why he's got 1,000. He's not afraid to put it up. Simmons, here he is in front of the pack. The lay-in good. That's where you don't want Spring Hill to thrive, is turning you over and being able to run.
Yeah, he leaked out on him. Brashear was all the way down to the other end of the court once he seen the turnover.
Now, Nova, let me give you a stat here as McCown puts it up. All day Bray. McCown from downtown.
How often can he do that, T-Roy?
All day.
All day Bray.
Let him get his feet set. 5-4. Rockets on top. Noble Spring Hill has already been involved. We talked about that old Marshall County Spring Hill rivalry. St. Croix rings the bell from 3. Bryce St. Croix makes it now a 7-5 game. Harper, they'll work it around the perimeter. Porter from downtown. This one in and out. Rebound pulled away by Joslin. They've been involved in a 94-88 game. They lost to Marshall County. Simmons, shot no good. Rebound tipped around, finally controlled by St. Croix. You're not going to have to worry about, if they had a shot clock here, you wouldn't have to worry about Spring Hill being in any danger of running the shot clock down.
I think it would make them nervous if you put a little pressure on them and they had a time constraint on them.
Faking Brashear. Weaves his way inside, puts it up, shot no good. May have gotten a piece there, Meglis. Now we're going to have a foul. It's going to go on Harper. Mason Harper's first. They're going to call it in the act of shooting, so it's going to send Brashear to the line.
That was Brashear's athleticism, T-Roy. It allowed him with his quickness to get on the baseline, to get up to the basket and put that shot up, but the athleticism to jump back up quickly and get the rebound and put it back up.
Kayshawn Brashear settles in. The senior will roll it around. Toss on the way, in and out. He'll get another. St. Croix now will settle in inside as Brashear will ready. Takes his time.
Used all 10 of those seconds.
Toss on the way, good. 1 of 2 from the line. He's got 5. Here comes the pressure. Harper clears it to McCown. They got numbers. Porter fires off the window, good. That's how you break the press. Nicely done by Porter, too. Didn't get in a hurry. Noble kissed that one off the window.
Fundamentally, a lost art, T-Roy.
Yeah.
Off the glass, bank shot, for sure. Porter.
Kick cross court. St. Croix wanted it, didn't take it. Now he'll take it. 3 ball on the way, good. St. Croix ringing the bell from downtown again. He's got 6.
Maybe they just had the wrong people shooting, T-Roy.
Bond picks up the dribble. Inside McCown. In traffic. Bray up and under to the left hand. Wow, nicely done by McCown. He went Herman Munster. Kevin McHale.
It did look like Kevin McHale down there. Yes, indeed. I love it, T-Roy.
Bray with 5. It's an 11-9 game. Spring Hill, Simmons penetrating. Dumps it on the baseline and poking it home. The elevation by Ricola Anderson.
Yes, indeed. He dumped it.
Steal by Brashear. He's going to pull it. No, goes inside. Alderson goes up, grabs it. Foul on the floor on Jimmy Bond.
I did tell you there was one of those Aldersons that you would be speaking about. I didn't know which one, but this young man here has some leaping ability.
He does. That was, as you say, elevation Holmes.
Yes, it was.
Right off the baseline, off 1 foot. We got a quick timeout. We're going to keep it here. It's a 30-second variety, so we're going to keep it here early. 3:38 left here, first quarter. Noble, kind of what you expected if you watch Spring Hill. Boys want to get up and down the floor. It's a typical Spring Hill Coach Young coach team. They're going to have plenty of athletes. They're going to get after you defensively, try to turn you over, get some easy baskets, get transition. They want to play a full-court game, and that's what they're trying to get into here early.
Now, everything you just described, that formula, I expected that from Spring Hill. What I'm kind of looking for is to see how deep their bench is, T-Roy, because anytime you play like that, you got to be well-conditioned or whatever, but sometimes you can't get that up and down the bench.
Now, for the Rockets, you've got to be able to capitalize because you're going to get some looks if you work against that pressure like the girls did. Rockets have got a couple of looks, and they've succeeded. Kept themselves in it. It's a 4-point lead. Simmons missed. Rebound pulled away by Porter. Here comes Davin quickly the other way in the front court. Along the baseline, Meglis cut off. Now Porter, deep corner three. Left it a little short, went back, got his own. Little pull-up no good. McCown staying on the glass. Kept it alive. Meglis got it and drew the foul. You'll take a few of those if you're the Rockets. Way to get after it on the loose ball there. And Meglis will head to the line for a couple.
You get rewarded, T-Roy, for crashing the board, and an excellent job. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there were 4 shot opportunities. I believe Porter had 2, McCown had 1, and Meglis had 1.
Meglis converts on the free throw, the senior, who had a good game on Friday night. His first point of the evening. Makes it a 3-point ball game, 13-10. 3:16 left here, first quarter. Toss number 2, bang. Nicely done by Meglis. Good rotation, just softly settles in. Simmons back the other way. Noble, like you say, they are not going to walk it into front court. I think that's one of those things, if you're under Coach Young, if you walk it into front court, you're going to be sitting by him. Brashear drains a triple. Kayshawn Brashear now with 8, and here comes the pressure again. Porter, center of the court, now they got numbers. Bond into the corner. McCown loads and fires. This one a little too strong. Long rebound control by Simmons. 2-on-1. Simmons all the way under, dumps it to the trailing Brashear, who puts it up and in. Brashear with 10, and this is a Spring Hill tempo. Porter fires from 15. This one off the mark. Rebound pulled away by the Raiders. 24 has checked in. That's Keelan Jackson, the junior, for the first time. Shot put up again. Simmons from 3.
Nice pull-up jumper.
Boy, they can score in bunches. McCown gets inside. We're going to have a reach in. 20-11. And Nova, we were looking up at the scoreboard just a second ago. It was a 2-point game at 13-11.
Yes, indeed. And slowly, you mentioned Brashear has 10 points. So that's how you kind of spread that lead out.
Yeah, that's how you know you're a 1,000-point scorer. You can put them up. McCown from downtown. Got it. All day. Bray does it again.
He's 2 for 3 from downtown all day.
He got behind the screen. That was a deep triple, but he got a good look at it. Got square and converted. Joslin inside, travel with it. Brashear went baseline. I don't think Joslin was expecting it, Noble. I think he thought Brashear was going to put it up there. He had already turned around to rebound. When he got it dumped in his lap, didn't know what to do with it.
And I don't mean this negatively. I probably also would have assumed the offensive-minded Brashear was going to shoot also.
I'm with you. Back the other way. Simmons was going to try to shovel it ahead to Brashear. And Brashear not on the same wavelength. Simmons thought he was going to cut to the glass. Brashear kind of flared out to the corner. Ball just goes out of bounds.
Looks like everybody deferred to Brashear, give him a golden opportunity to get his points.
Against the pressure, we got a reach-in foul on Jackson, and that's a couple on Jackson already. He's only been in a couple of minutes, and he's picked up a couple of fouls.
And you know how long he's going to be in for?
About 2 minutes.
All right, that's about all he'll probably stay in.
Yeah, St. Croix is getting off the bench. Ben Villazon has checked in for the first time. He'll replace Ryan Meglis in the Forrest lineup. Kick in the corner. McCown again. 3 ball. Bang! Give it to me, Noble.
All day Bray.
Third triple of the first quarter. He's got 11, and we're back to 3. And Noble, if he can continue to do that, he makes you such a weapon in the tournament. Brashear says, you know what? I can do that as well. Second from downtown for Brashear. He's got 13 already.
He does. He's 50% behind the line. Bray 75% behind the line.
Villazon against the pressure. Stolen away. Brashear in front of the pack, and he'll lay it up and in. My goodness, I'm going to have to expand my score sheet here. He's got 15.
In the first quarter.
In the first quarter.
It's not over yet.
Not over yet. You know what that means. You don't look at 50 very often, but you keep that in the back of your mind. McCown again. This one no good. Rebound Brashear. On the outlet, here comes Simmons, 2-on-1. Quick pass, Jackson across the lane, intercepted by Harper. Rockets now in front court. Bond had it poked away. Brashear against Villazon, puts it up and in and draws the foul. Being with that little subtle nudge, but the official saw it, and a skilled player like Brashear, he just shoveled that one up, put it in.
He did, T-Roy. They're going to count the basket. 3-point opportunity for him as well.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't seen a quarter like this. There was a time when Tyler Smith was playing for Giles County. He came to Marshall County one night, and Marshall County was having a down year. He had 22 in the first quarter.
I could be wrong. I thought Marshall County had a down year all 4 years Tyler was there.
No. First year, when he was a senior, that was the Mason and Kyle Young year. So still again, back the other way. Alderson, little hesitation. Porter right with him, but we got a foul from behind.
Man, we've been under a minute for seemed like a long time.
Man, you think about it, this is a half most of the time for the Rockets. They put 17 on the board. You feel pretty good about yourself, but you look up and the other team's got 28.
Every time I look up, Spring Hill is putting pressure on us going back across half court, T-Roy.
Toss back iron, no good.
That's why I asked you. I didn't know what the bench looks like because usually you can't get a bench that deep with players coming off the bench.
But you know what? If I'm an offensive player and I'm shooting that much, I'm not going to be tired. You kept me interested.
He hit 1 out of 2, right?
1 out of 2, yeah. Back the other way. Harper gets inside, hangs in the air, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. 8.6 seconds left now. As that's going to be on Joslin. Joslin's foul, that'll be his second. They've got 4 fouls. Joslin's got 2. Jackson's got 2. Harper, I say this time in the act of shooting. Mason's toss, in and out, no good.
If I may say this, T-Roy, the 2 players for the Raiders who have 2 fouls apiece, not a threat offensively.
Yeah. Second toss, this one a little off the mark. Joslin high for the rebound. They've got time. 5, 4, Simmons. He just wanted to square it up, waited till the buzzer almost, put it up there, no good. Coach Young not happy. He wanted him to work toward Brashear. First half in the books, or first quarter, it's 29-17 Spring Hill.
Amigos Mexican Grill is the place you'll find all your authentic favorites, from burritos to enchiladas to sizzling fajitas, all served fast and fresh. Dine in, order online, or call in your order at 364-2222. Also, Amigos has catering services available for your next big occasion as well. Good food, good times at Amigos Mexican Grill, 216 South Horton Parkway. Visit their other locations in Lewisburg and Spring Hill. Amigos, proud supporters of the Rockets.
Lewisburg Animal Hospital serves the veterinary needs of Marshall County. They've grown to a 4-doctor practice specializing in small animal medicine. They offer advanced medicine, surgery, and nursing care in a personal and relaxed environment with the utmost compassion for their patients. For your pet's grooming and boarding needs, Maggie Rue Pet Retreat and Grooming Salon is located adjacent to the hospital. Call 931-359-5945 to schedule an appointment for your pet.
And welcome back. Second quarter set to get underway here in in Spring Hill. It's a track meet right now. 29-17 Raiders.
Visiting team 17, Brashear 18. T-Roy, first quarter.
Porter fires off the elbow, good. Davin Porter with 4. Hey, offensively, Coach Chapman's like, man, I would take this kind of effort. Step back 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, battle for. Josh Rumley had a good box out, but just couldn't get back to get it. Alderson, kick into the corner. St. Croix along the baseline, tried to dump it inside off the leg of one of the Rocket defenders. Simmons steps into a 3, bang.
It's a 3.
Quintavious Simmons with 6. 32-19. Kick Porter. He'll fire over Joslin, in and out. Joslin is long. He had to put that a lot of arch on that one. Brashear in the corner. Along the baseline against McCown. Hangs in the air. They'll work it around the perimeter now. Back to Brashear. He'll step into a three. In and out, no good. Joslin ends up with it, puts it up and
in. He managed to do that with only one hand free, T-Roy.
Yeah. All 5 Spring Hill starters now have scored. The lead has ballooned to 15. Bond kick now. Harper gets inside, hangs in the air, going to fall away. Good. Mason Harper, nice soft touch by the senior. And quickly, Spring Hill will give you no time to celebrate. Simmons on the Jets into front court. That's what you call unrelenting, not defensive pressure, but offensive pressure. Making the defense get back and get set up.
You can't sit and watch a shot go up.
Simmons misfired on that one. Out of bounds to the Rockets. And we talk about defensive pressure, but Noble, there can be teams that will pressure you offensively. They run so fast and get set up so quick. You got to be down the floor and expend energy.
You certainly do. No time for celebration.
Harper hangs in the air, will not drop as he challenged Alderson, and we're going to have a foul on Alderson. He tried to go back and get the rebound. Foul on Ricola Alderson. 15 foul on the Raiders. They're going to send Harper back to the line, say he's fouled in the act of shooting. Mason Harper, the senior. He'll settle in. Bang. Harper now with 3. Back to 12. Rumley chatting with the official over on the far side there. There's a second toss by Harper, bottom as well. Mason now 2 of 4 from the stripe. Brashear in the left corner, cover him up quickly with a double team. Gets it right back. Fakes, goes baseline. Cut off, tried to dump it to Joslin, thrown away. Here comes Bond. Jimmy, center of the floor. He'll stop, fire from 3. This one off the mark. Rebound to Brashear. Kick in the corner. Simmons. Back out front, Brashear. Lines up a long 3. Bang. Kayshawn Brashear now with 21. And Noble, if you're going to have one of those kind of games, you normally want to get off to a good start. Rumley beats Joslin off the dribble, easily puts it up and in.
I didn't know you could have one of those kind of games without getting off to a good start.
I don't know, man. I've seen some guys, the only game where I threatened any kind of number like that, I had 2 at the end of the first quarter.
For real?
Yeah. Alderson fires from 3. Shot no good. A rebound pulled away by Porter.
I certainly know he's putting up a lot of attempts, though.
Yeah, his arm getting tired. Bond inside. This is not going to be, if you have one of those games, Porter fall away from 17. Good. Davin Porter with 6. It's not going to be one of those games where you look at it and go, man, he was efficient. It's going to be about a point a shot the way he's putting them up right now.
He's certainly putting them up.
Back to 10. 4.5 left here, second quarter. Yeah, it usually helps if you're going to have a big night to get off to a good start. That's usually the way it works. Inside, they try to go Alderson, threw it away. Porter came out, fronted him, made the entry pass difficult.
He did, and I was interested in seeing, it looked like Alderson may have put a little forearm in the back of Porter that time, but the ball went out of bounds. Official wasn't pressed to have to make a call.
Will McGlacken, the sophomore, in for the first time for Spring Hill. Porter inside, spins, fall away, shot no good. Rebound tipped around. Bond battling Brashear. Brashear will clear it. Here he comes on the move. 3-on-3. Little hesitation, kick in the corner, McGlacken. Tried to get it back up top, knocked away by Bond, out of bounds to Spring Hill. Good hustle there by Jimmy.
Let me ask you, T-Roy, I don't know exactly whose responsibility it would be or who I would put that pressure on. You got to try to get a fella like Brashear in foul trouble or something, right?
You try to, but Noble, the thing about him that's so impressive is, as McGlacken will fire from 3, no good. That time he helps him out, goes over the back of Rumley. He's so quick and so elusive, he can move his body to avoid contact. A lot of guys can't do that. They're coming straight at you. They can't go left or right and get out of your way. He can avoid you.
Gotcha. I appreciate you taking the opportunity to elaborate for me. I just know that you got to try to get him to take a break and go to the bench or something for a little while.
You know, if I'm coming at you, I'm coming one way. Inside Porter. I may not be able to avoid you if you get in front of me. Brashear can step around you pretty easily. Jimmy runs down the miss. They get another opportunity. Bond out top. Spring Hill in the zone. Harper will fire. Bottom. Mason Harper feeling it right now. He's got 7.
What's the good news, T-Row? What's the score? Give me the good news.
37-30.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, I want to put these kind of numbers up on Friday night when Community comes to town.
That works. Hey, this is a good warm-up for Community.
Not for Community. I just want to put up 30 for us.
I know what you meant, but if you can do that tonight, you can do it against Community.
Simmons pull up. Nicely done. That was elevation, and he shot that one right at the peak. Simmons now with 8. Porter, kick. Rumley steps into a 3. On the way, left it a little short. Looked good from here. On the outlet now. Here comes Simmons on the run. Simmons challenges Bond, puts it up and draws the foul on Bray McCown. On the step through, Simmons drew the foul. But once again, Noble, how quickly, and a team that can run, you have a point guard, and you watch what Simmons did. You have a point guard that wants to run the basketball. They will tell you, rebound inside, point guard, get on that wing area, be ready to receive and push. We don't want to have to look for where you're at. I want to turn and know you're going to be headed up the sideline to get you the basketball to push it.
I appreciate you slowing that down. Give me the visual, T-Roy. I always have seen him push the ball kind of quickly, but never really knew all the details that went into that. But you just explained it to me beautifully. He hit one of the two there from the free throw line. Simmons did.
Yeah, and Noble, once again, we've got a quick break. I'll expand on that a little bit. It's nice to see, and you've seen Coach Young for so many years here. The book is we are going to run, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to get the ball out, they're going to get it to a spot, and then they're going to push. And you're telling your guys, you're telling your big guys, run the floor. I'm going to get my point guard up the sideline. You're going to trail. Come right down the lane. If my point guard can get by and take it to the basket, I'm good. But everybody else hustle down the floor. We may get a 3. You've seen a kind of a secondary break where they come down the floor. You get the guy on the wing. Point guard pushes, gets it on the wing. They got an open 3. Then if you can't get that, you set your offense up. But they're going to push and probe to try to get an easy shot quickly to begin with.
And if I'm a teammate, my objective is just to get down court, give me a few easy baskets from that reward, right?
This is like playing at the center. You're going to get down floor, and we're going to put it up in a hurry because Coach Young is like, hey, you got the green light. As long as you don't do something stupid, you're going to be in the game. But you have the green light. If you get something and you have a little clear in your face, coach like that wants to run, you like shoot it. And those are the guys you love to play for if you like to shoot. Inside, went for the steal, didn't get it, did Spring Hill. Davin Porter makes some pays, got 8. And Noble just hanging around as well as the Raiders have played. Still just an 8-point game.
That's all.
They've slowed down the K-train here in the second quarter. Inside Alderson. McCown may have gotten a piece. Alderson went back and got it back. St. Croix from the corner, no good. Rebound, follow Brashear. Battles, puts it up and in. Deshaun Brashear again. He's got 23 now. Back to 10. Rumley with it. You can see St. Croix is just staying all over McCown. He's not going to let him get anywhere near the basketball.
Say staying all over him. He's standing on the three-point line himself.
Yeah, it's almost principle-wise like a boxing 1.
So basically what the Raiders are saying, we're going to take the ball out of all-day Bray hand, and we're going to let the other 4 players try to figure out what they can do.
Yeah, we're going to make sure we know where he's at all times. Bond, toss good.
So what you just told me is they show Bray a great deal of respect, right?
Yeah. Now, as you say, if you're the guy that's on the other end of that, you're like, in a way, you're like, okay, that's nice, but you know what? I want to get an open shot every once in a while. So if you're that becomes the chess match. If you're the guy that's on the other end of that, holy moly, I thought he was fixing to load up the hammer. Went down the lane, did Alderson. I thought he was about to take flight. just laid it up and in. He's got 5. Porter, step back. He'll fire the 3 ball. Bang. Davin Porter from downtown. He's in double figures now with 11. And Noble, I think he excels in this kind of game too. He just plays with a really loose pace when you're going up and down.
He does, T-Roy. It's that big energy that the opposing team bring, and he's the one cat on that team, on the Rockets, that can match that big energy.
3 ball from the corner, shot no good, and we got a rebounding foul over the back. Good possession by the Rockets, and they'll go to the line again. And Noble, you hit a couple here, you're back to 5.
Yes, indeed, and I like the chances of knocking down these shots here. So
St. Croix with his first. Bray McCown's going to step to the line for the first time tonight. McCown's got 11.
Anybody shoot the ball as well as he does from down 3, I got to like his chances at the free throw line.
Toss on the way. Got it. Nice little roll as Noble. You see the spin. Kept it up there, rolled around softly, found its way home.
So it's going to be Bray's night, right?
Bray's night. Second toss. That one came out on him. But there's Meglis inside. Out-hustled the Spring Hill defender. Couldn't draw the foul on the follow, and here come the Raiders. St. Croix down the lane, little step through, put it up no good. Didn't travel with it as he got it back, and they'll throw it out front to Simmons. I didn't think anybody else touched the ball there, and it didn't hit the rim.
It didn't hit the rim. Coach Chapman looking at the official trying to figure out, can you help me out?
Come on now. I'm having a hard enough time.
Technical foul on the Forrest coach.
Coach Chapman, if I'm Coach Chapman, that was the calmest technical I have ever seen. he was just walking up the sideline, and the official turns around and tees him up. So whatever he said, it must have been good. But you know what? If I've been done wrong, I want to get in a little bit more. I feel like I worked for it a little bit more.
Coach Chapman was just talking about the rule book. That's all he was talking about. He was trying to remind them of his heyday. He got some banners also that he done hung up in the rafters as well.
I think he was telling them, hey, you know you missed that one. Come on.
And no official wants to be shine. They don't want you to kind of shine them in front of everybody.
Hey, you know as a coach, you know as a player, who you can approach and who you can't. Was Noble you can approach me or stay away from me?
Oh, you could approach me because you got to keep in mind I was struggling out there with my mechanics, so I was always the one out of the 3-man crew that they were looking at to say, based upon his mechanics, he's going to be the one I'm going to talk to. You can look at you can always look at an official, and you can look at their mechanics and see if they're real seasoned.
Inbound, Spring Hill. Here comes Brashear along the baseline, dumps it inside. Nice pass. St. Croix on the receiving end, puts it up and in. St. Croix with 8.
Rockets bringing the ball up. Bond bringing the ball up, gave the ball to Rumsey.
Rumley gets inside. Josh had it poked away. Spring Hill the other way. Simmons in front of the pack. It's a race against the clock. He'll put it up and in and draw the foul. Quintavious Simmons at the buzzer. McCown giving chase. Drew the foul as Simmons put it up and in, and he'll get a chance to end this half with a 3-point play.
Should clear the line, T-Roy. Shouldn't be anybody at the line. He should be able to shoot all by himself.
Time has expired.
I don't know why they still have him at the line.
Yeah, the official's going over. Maybe he's going to put a second back on the clock. I don't know. We'll see. But
got 4 on the clock.
I'll put 4 on the clock.
Maybe they meant .4.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. No way there's 4 because they started on this end with 4.
Yeah, they got to get to it. Maybe it's going to be 4/10.
I'm with you, Noel. Maybe 4/10. That sounds more like it. 51-38, and Noble, I don't remember the Rockets. There have been a few games they haven't scored 38 in a game. I don't remember them having 38 at halftime.
Talk basketball with me. The Rockets have 38 because of the pace that the Raiders are going. Is forcing the Rockets to play at a different pace, or explain it to me.
It is, but they haven't shot the ball, and that's one of the things Coach Chapman said. We haven't shot the ball like I wanted us to in the first part of the season, and now as we get into this latter part, tonight they've just kind of been really loose and free, and this up and down tempo has kind of seemed to be where they've been comfortable. They've just stepped into shots. They've hit threes. Of course, Bray hit 3 early. Porter hits a 3. Harper hit a 3. They've got 5 threes here in the first half. Simmons toss, in and out, no good, and that's how we'll end this first half of play. Up and down, entertaining action here from Spring Hill. We reached the halfway point with your score. It's the Raiders 51 and the Rockets 38.
Know that with Apex Banking Online, you can access your accounts, pay bills, and send money to friends and family anytime. Our online banking feature gives you the advantage of secure banking right from anywhere. With our mobile app and online services, banking has never been more convenient. We're here to serve you wherever you go. Visit us in Chapel Hill or call 931-246-7105. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Joseph Fowler and his outstanding staff are dedicated to providing the most effective, clinically superior physical therapy humanly possible. They make it easy to get back in the game by accepting most insurances, including Medicare. They specialize in total joint replacement rehab and orthopedic conditions. They'll help get your range of motion, flexibility, and your strength back. They even assist in dizziness and balance disorders. Get yourself back in the game at Benchmark Physical Therapy, 4654 Nashville Highway.
Says you can't have it all. At Brooks Grocery, they've got farm fresh fruits and vegetables, a deli with a selection of freshly prepared favorites, Brooks specialties like Ava's pimento cheese and Adam's chicken salad, freshly made pies, cakes, and desserts. And who could possibly forget the best meat department you'll find anywhere? Great selection, online ordering, and friendly customer service. Brooks Grocery, the place you'll find your next favorite food.
Going off somewhere, so you're going to.
Don't know what I would do without you to show me the way and the truth. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have you. If I didn't have you.
Your local agents, Scott Bond and Troy Cashin. Are you moving to the area and need a place to store your possessions? Are you trying to declutter your existing space or needing a place to park your boat, RV, truck, trailer, or camper? There's a simple solution. It's Highway 99 Storage. Conveniently located off Highway 99 and James King Road, it's a lighted, secure, and fenced-in area to keep your valuables safe. New units available with climate control. Call 364-5678 to rent. That's Highway 99 Storage.
Yeah. Halftime means we get to catch a breath here in Spring Hill. It has been up and down action here in this first half. Spring Hill, 29 points in the first quarter, followed that up with 22 in the second. But if you're the Rockets, this is the best offensive output you've had in the first half all season long. 17 in the first, 21 in the second. And Noble, this game was pretty tight until late in the second quarter. Spring Hill with a nice little run to stretch it here to 13 at halftime.
40-32, I believe, was the last time I seen. I think I remember you bringing it to our attention. It was an 8-point game at 40-32. So, and they kind of pulled away. So, based upon that, over that stretch, Rockets have 6 points, and the Raiders have 11 points over that stretch there.
Folks, we get some word. It looks like on our end we seem to be okay, but we've got one report that maybe we're getting a little breaking up, so we may do a little tinkering with things here as we take a break here in just a minute. Halftime scoring, it has been, boy, we've needed a calculator here in the first half. Kayshawn Brashear, 24 for him in the first half. Quintavious Simmons with 13. Ricola Alderson with 5. Bryce St. Croix with 8. And Max Joslin with 2 for Spring Hill. All 5 starters scoring for Spring Hill in the first half. On the other side of the ledger, Mason Harper with 7 in the first half for the Rockets. Bray McCown had a really nice first half. He had a dozen for Forrest. Jimmy Bond with 4. Ryan Meglis picks up 2. Josh Rumley with 2. And Davin Porter, good first half for him with 11. All 5 starters for the Rockets in the book, too. So you know you got up and down action when you got everybody that started this game already in the scoring column at halftime. Don't see that a lot.
certainly do not see that very often. Similar conversation with the Lady Rockets, T. Roy. You got a golden opportunity before the night's over for the Rockets for us to be having a conversation. I can go out on a limb, T. Roy. Certainly 3 Rockets in double figures, but we might even have 4 by the night's over.
Yeah, you got Harper with 7 here at halftime. You got, Bond's got 4, but of course 6 in the second half. You're in double figures. So, this game has been really entertaining up to this point. We'll hope we have more fireworks, a few more maybe on the Rocket side in the second half. We'll take a break, catch a drink. We'll return.
Funeral home and cremation services had its beginning in 1939 when Thomas H. Lawrence established the business. Lawrence Funeral Home has always strived to provide compassionate, dignified, and professional service to every family it serves, regardless of their circumstances. Lawrence Funeral Home pledges to the families of Marshall and surrounding counties to continue providing excellence in funeral service. In your time of need, our family is there for your family. Lawrence Funeral Home and Cremation Service.
Stop in and visit Mack Equipment, your largest Exmark and Cub Cadet dealer in the state of Tennessee. Locally owned and operated in the heart of Chapel Hill at 109 North Horton Parkway, next to Southern Roots Hair Salon. Mack Equipment offers parts, sales, service, and rental. Their factory-certified technicians also service multiple brands of outdoor power equipment, making this a perfect stop for your future equipment repairs. Don't forget to visit our 2 other locations in Murfreesboro and Lewisburg. That's Mack Equipment.
Welcome back here at halftime. And Noble, if you're Coach Chapman right now, I think you're going in and you're saying, hey, fellas, we've played pretty well. We've gotten some good looks in the first half. You have to be pretty happy with the offensive effort that they've got in the first half. I think he's going to say we need to tighten up a little bit on the easy looks. They've gotten some looks in transition maybe that Coach Chapman is going to say, hey, you know what, we don't want to give them anything easy if we don't have to. Simmons really does a good job of pushing the ball. You've always got to have somebody back, and it's one of those nights where you say, you know what, they're good enough at getting up and down the floor. Jimmy Bond, we don't need you to even try to get an offensive rebound. When the shot is put up, you hightail it back down to the other end. We got to get somebody back to try to stop the basketball. That's going to be the only thing I could think of here at halftime. They're going to get some looks. I mean, Brashear is a really good player. Simmons is good. Anderson's good. They got length, they got athleticism. They're going to get some looks. You just want to make sure you limit the easy looks, take care of the basketball on your end, and kind of chip away at this thing possession at a time.
Everything you say makes sense to me, T. Roy, and I don't know much about basketball because Brashear, it's always been explained to me, those who are excellent basketball players have the ability to create their own shot, right? So
right,
Brashear easily you can say we can only hope to contain him, right?
Right, yeah.
But when you highlight the fact that you just want to reduce the easy baskets they have, the transition baskets, and the ones where they cut into the inside. So help me out. Other than not turning the ball over, how do you reduce the easy baskets? Because they're doing a fine job of pressing the ball down court even after a made basket, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's if you've got the athletes to play this style, it's really difficult, and they won't maybe necessarily, we may not have the success early with the pressure, but we feel like it's a full court game. It's going to be 4 quarters of this. You may in the second half, and I think we've talked about this before, we want to keep pressuring you till mentally you may make a mistake in the second half. You may, get tired of us pressuring you and say, hey, I'm going to try to make a risky pass just to get out of this trap. They want you to wear down. I played in that same style in high school. We had a coach that loved to, and it was really entertaining to play in his system because we pressed the whole game. It was, 3 guys up. It was a 3-1-1 trap, basically, full court. And you wanted them to try to throw across over the top. We had great athletes in the back. They just, they knew where the ball was going. They kind of hang out, steal it, we go the other way. But it became, that first trap had to be good and hard and get that guy to pick up his dribble. That's what you wanted. And after that, you felt like, hey, we're going to get them to turn it over. We're going to keep scoring. We're going to score quick. And if we get up in a bunch, like Spring Hill ran out, 8, 10 points in a row in a minute or two, that's the ultimate goal, because you want a team on the other end like Forrest to say, you know what, we played pretty well. And you look up one time you're down 4, and the next time you look up you're down 14. That's the kind of pressure that this style of game puts on you as an opposing team. Now, for the Rockets, it's not necessarily how they want to play it, but no, they probably played as well in this style as we've seen them play.
I totally agree. I concur completely, T-Roy. In this style of play, I certainly credit the Rockets for matching the opposition, what Raiders have brought. Let me throw something else at you, T-Roy. It looked like the first horn has been blown. Keep an eye. You very well may put that ball in play if the Rockets don't get there. Let me ask you, can I bring an extra defender out to Brashear and force him to give the ball up?
Yeah, you can. And that's one of those things in a situation where you got a guy, you're telling him if you're playing man or you're playing zone, you got to know where that guy's at, and you got to shade somebody his way. Somebody else may get a look, but until they start beating you, shade one step that other guy's way, just to where you can get to him.
Because, the Raiders showed Bray a lot of respect in the first half. Why can't we just show Brashear some respect and just close out on him with 2 players?
Brashear. And that may be what you choose to do here, but we've seen the one thing that Brashear can do, Noble, is guys, when you get in the corner, many guys can't go baseline and be able to. If you cut him off and when you get him to the baseline, you want to work him underneath the basket, he can use his body and get one dribble and get back under the goal and get an easy shot. That's just being a good basketball player. Simmons missed the free throw. The foul is going to be on Harper, his second.
Now, I did see them kind of close out in the corner on Brashear that time. They brought Bond down to kind of put 2 players on it.
As a defender, you got a guy like him, it can be a miserable proposition. Now, I will tell you, when I got to college, I found out really quickly as Porter puts it up, shot no good. First couple of days of practice, you find out what guys can do that you haven't seen before. Brashear's 3, no good. We got a foul on St. Croix over the back on a good box out by Porter. Was a guy on my team at UAH, his name was Ben Rhodes, and he was probably quicker than Simmons, could shoot the ball extremely well. His handle was tremendous. I had to try to guard him, and that was an absolute nightmare. You would go home, I'd go home in the afternoon and be like, what am I doing here? When you guard a guy like that consistently, it can get demoralizing after a while.
Gotcha. I understand.
You work hard, and that was one of the things that he always would tell me. He said, look, you're going to get better. And I'm like, look, you're killing me every day. It's easy for you to say that because maybe I'm just not making it quite as hard for you to kill me, but, you're still killing me.
And you said that's the same fella, once you was able to go to the gym and play against other players, you could see the growth in your game, right?
Exactly. And that's where you get against a guy like Brashear. Your game gets better because you have to work harder. You have to be smarter. Simmons, open 3. This one no good. Rebound battle for Alderson. Fighting hard, saves it in. Brashear with it. Little hesitation, and that time they're going to call him for the palm. But, a guy like that, when you have to play against him, it is mentally, it's tough to play against one of those guys as it is physically.
I certainly appreciate you taking the opportunity to put that in that perspective.
It's one of those, and I'm very competitive. I think you know that just from the time we've been around. Meglis puts it up and in. That's one of the few times that you just kind of been like, okay, I've thrown the kitchen sink at you. I just don't have anything else left. And as a competitor, that's pretty bad when you think, all right, man, I'm just ready to give up. You can't give up, but at the same time, you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do to stop this guy other than just take a sledgehammer and beat him.
And I guess that's why I'm asking. Then it's the coach's responsibility to find you some assistance, right?
Shot on the way. Man, that was way downtown. Brashear now with 27 and a quick timeout taken.
Got a 30-second timeout there, T-Roy.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Ream heating equipment was designed to bring affordable comfort to any home. So no matter your budget, we can help you feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Oh, come on! Yes, let's go!
When it's time for a tune-up or a new HVAC system, contact the trusted pros at Clint's Air Care for expert service and installation.
Indeed.
Welcome back. Telling Noble about my welcome to college moment. First time we practiced, had a 2-on-1, and like you see here, where they've got into that situation, I'm going to take a charge. I thought I was because the guy went over the top, spread his legs, and dunked on me. Saved by Simmons, but into the hands of Harper. Quickly back the other way. Here's Meglis. Tried to get inside, and we got a reach-in foul. And Jackson hadn't been on the floor much, Noble, because every time he's out here, he picks up a couple of fouls pretty quick. He got another one here early in the third.
Let me ask it in the most respectful way I know how. If you got a fellow who doesn't play very often and come in and get a lot of fouls, is that more so just to give the other team or your players a breather?
It is. I mean, you got guys that, and he may come out here on other nights and be able to score and be part of the offense. He may be having a bad night, but you want to make sure he's got a rotation set and he's going to say run hard for 5 or 6 minutes and I'm going to give you a couple minutes break. And he's got that rotation going, but, you got to keep your minutes. That's the thing. If you're coming off the bench, you got to give them something off the bench, or else somebody else will be taking your minutes.
They look to only dress out 9. They dress out 11, but 2 of them look like they won't be playing.
Yeah. Bond with it up top. Porter, this is most ball movement we've seen in a while. Harper got inside and we got a hole. That's going to be Jackson again. Yeah, that's 4. He's been out here a grand total of about 4 minutes, and he's got 4 fouls.
And that's all I'm trying to ask, T-Roy. I'm just trying to get clarification, because if you're picking up that many fouls in that brief stay on the court, it may just be a simple case of you giving Jocelyn just a breather, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Jocelyn's going to be back in quickly. And even if you were thinking about just giving him a breather or maybe giving him a long breather, you definitely had to rethink that. Porter, as Jocelyn went for the steal, puts it up over St. Croix, off the window and in. Nicely done by Davin Porter. That's a tough move. Brashear lost the handle on the other end. Turnover gives it back to the Rockets.
Sometimes I'm fascinated by Porter. One, his when I look at his stature, his size, his build, and his ability to sometimes do certain things with the ball kind of impresses me.
Yeah, he's got a little guard in him. Into the lane, a little runner good.
Look at that. Speaking of a little guard in him, as you said, a little runner, almost a little sky hook going that way.
Davin Porter now with 15. Good night for Davin. And Noble, I think big picture you're looking at this and you're thinking, okay, Coach Chapman's saying, I've got a good effort tonight from Porter. That's what I want to see out of him. I've got a good effort from McCown. Everybody else hustling, fighting. That's the kind of team I want to be in the tournament.
It's hard to argue when you get 2 of your starters locked in throughout the game and putting up nice points, and then you just find your third player and you'll be in every game there is.
Traylor Porter fires from 3, bang. Davin Porter.
Look at that swag. T-Roy got his arms to his side and bouncing back on defense.
Yeah.
That I told you he can play in a game like this.
Yeah, and like I say, the rhythm of this game, the Rockets have responded well to. They've gotten some good transition buckets. They've shot the 3 pretty well. They're back to 8 now, making the Raiders work. Raiders may win, but it's not going to be easy. Inside Alderson against McCown, puts it up and in and draws the foul on Bray. Bray's picked up his 3rd. That was a nice move by Ricola Alderson.
He pressed the issue that time, T-Roy, and he was determined he was going to put his body up and even put it in harm's way if he needed to.
The mark takes his time. Deep bend, shot no good. Rebound pulled away by Porter, and we go the other way. Back to a 10-point game. The Traylor Porter. Another 3. Shot no good. Rebound tipped around. Megas ends up with it. Jocelyn will block it from behind, and here we go the other way on the break. Brashear on a wing. Penetrates. Nice spin off the window and in. That's just big league.
Yeah, that's a simple case of being able to create your own shot, T-Roy.
Those are the guys that just make you jealous when you're playing with them because they make things like that that's not very easy look easy.
It certainly made it look easy, and I know it's not easy because most folks would have got a travel call on them.
McCown's three no good. Simmons right down the lane. He'll put it up and draw the foul.
He's sweet also.
Yeah. We were talking about it during the break. Those are two guys. Columbia State's pretty little short distance from here. They've had a really good program. I tell you what, I would be coming to a few Spring Hill games.
Two things that I'm thinking. One, I'm pretty sure Columbia State coaching staff introduced themselves to these fellas a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure these two fellas here kind of put their head down and said they thinking a little bigger than Columbia State as well. So it's one of those cases we'll just see how it all works out. But I'm pretty sure in your own backyard, Columbia State came and introduced themselves to these gentlemen in 8th grade.
I'm sure that's the one where they just say, you know what, your friends and family can see you. We're just up the road and be comfortable. That's the recruiting pitch.
Not only that, but that's when you get a couple of folks in your family or somebody local to be in the ear and invite them to all the Columbia State games and all that good stuff there. So I know Columbia State want to get bids on them. I don't know how early you can start recruiting, T-Roy.
I'm sure, like you say, they've probably been on these guys for a little while. Meglis, nice slide through by Meglis. Left the shot short. Rumley with a rebound. Back to Bond. Jimmy's three, too strong. Porter with a loose ball rebound. Another opportunity for the Rockets. Stow it away on the deflection by Simmons. On the break, Brashear fouled by Bond. Jimmy's second. Noble transition. One end to the other. They turn so quickly, that defense into offense.
Young man was maybe three-quarter court. Bounce pass.
Yeah.
And unless I missed it, it was only one bounce.
Yeah, one bounce.
Only one bounce.
Very nicely done. I mean, you got a guy, too, that you have the luxury that even if you miss it just a little bit, he can reach back behind him, grab it, and still go with it. And that's what makes playing with a guy like this. I mean, it's always fun when you can play with a guy that's got great skill because he does make your game better.
You know, there are some skillful players out there. You got three of them, actually. Three of them in the starting five. Number 3, number 4, and number 12 for the Raiders.
And, you know, it does make a difference because, like I said, I guarded Ben Rhodes for, you know, every practice. And I couldn't tell much of a difference, honestly, going against him. But when you got home and you played against guys that were maybe equal quality as you got a lot better just by playing against somebody that was that good.
There you go. You want to be good, you got to play great.
Yeah.
You got to play against great players if you want to be good.
And there are some bumps and bruises along the way sometimes when you do that. St. Croix from 3, no good. Vegas will let that one skip out of bounds. And the one thing, too, is you know those guys, he wants the ball. He wants to be involved. He's the guy that says, hey, you know, I'm going to put you on my back and we'll carry this thing. Villazon spins and fires. A little 15-footer by Ben, no good. We got a foul over the back. Eli Bell has checked in. Nice hustle by the freshman there. As he'll get the foul coming over the back, Spring Hill.
Eli Bell, great position on the interior there at time, T-Roy. Even though he's giving up, what would you say, 5 inches?
5-6 inches. And that's a common occurrence for this team. They need to, like, water these guys with some Miracle Grow or something start of the season. See if we can get a couple of inches.
All right, well, you got to play with what you have, T-Roy.
That's simply one of those things that they haven't had the luxury of having those big guys like they see a lot of these teams with. Brashear throws it up. Alderson going to try to slam it. No good. Now Brashear's from the parking lot. No good. Showtime in Spring Hill here, broken out.
Question for you. Clearly, we know that Brashear has game. Tell me why you shoot that far out. I mean, it's still only count 3. Why would you shoot that far? I mean, because he went out there and set up and asked for the ball. Literally could have stepped in three more steps if he wanted to at any time. Why would you shoot that?
If I'm the coach at that point, hey, I'm going to call you aside and say, look, you're a great player. you got all kinds of range, but listen, there was nobody in your zip code. Take it inside a little bit. If you want to shoot that three, take a couple of dribbles and pull up. You don't have to shoot, a Steph Curry three. We're not working on that right now. Sure, we're up 15, but if we play like this, we'd be up 5 before you know it. That's what I want you to do right there. That's just good off the dribble.
That is. That's going through contact, T-Roy, and the ball control and the body control.
Yeah. And sometimes, and Coach Young, he's not been scared to get on these guys. Sometimes you get your stars now, and if you get on them a little bit, they say, hey, I don't want to hear this, I'll go somewhere else.
Now, that was a golden opportunity for him to say something to him when he shot that deep three.
Yeah.
So do you not say anything because you don't want to get under his skin, or you just don't say anything because you're up 15
probably
or so?
you up 15 or so. It's one of those things we'll go back in practice tomorrow and look and say, hey, shouldn't have took that shot right there. Now, that's one of those things where things have kind of loosened up because if you're a player and you take a heat check like that, back in the old days, my coaches would have been like, all right, you think you hot, come over here and sit on this bench for a little while. Keep that seat hot for me. In the lane, shot no good.
Ball thrown out of bounds. Ricola Alderson throws the ball, try to throw it down there left-handed.
Yeah, into the quarter. 3 complete here in Spring Hill, 66-47, Raiders.
Don't know what I would do without you to show me the way and the truth. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have you. If I didn't have you.
Your local agents, Scott Bond and Troy Cashin. Are you moving to the area and need a place to store your possessions? Are you trying to declutter your existing space or needing a place to park your boat, RV, truck, trailer, or camper? There's a simple solution. It's Highway 99 Storage. Conveniently located off Highway 99 and James King Road, it's a lighted, secure, and fenced-in area to keep your valuables safe. New units available with climate control. Call 364-5678 to rent. That's Highway 99 Storage.
And welcome back here. We head to the fourth. 66-47 Spring Hill. 15-9 advantage for the Raiders in the third quarter. It'll be Harper, Rumley, Porter, McCown, and Meglis as Harper fires from 3. He stays hot.
Yes, he does. And that's exactly what you want, T-Roy.
Second triple from Mason. He's got 10.
There you go. When it's all said and done, golden opportunity to be able to say you have 4 players in double figures, and certainly something to build off of, as you said, for Friday night.
Simmons closely guarded by Rumley. Alderson into the paint, and we got an offensive foul. Alderson picks up the foul, his second. We'll go the other way, and here comes some Spring Hill pressure.
Fundamentals, T-Roy, that's what you want to do.
Porter to work it in. Inbounds, he'll lob it. Rumley trying to go get it. He's tied up by Simmons. Alternating possession gives it to Spring Hill. That was a really nice switch defensively there off the inbounds by the Raiders.
Yes, indeed. Look like they're working on a couple plays here. There, Simmons a good chance to slow the game down, I guess, if they're capable of doing that.
Josglin, Alderson calling for it down low. Got it deep, put it up, left it short. Rebound, battle for on the floor, picked up by Porter. Here comes Davin the other way. Porter between the legs. Little runner blocked away. The length of Josglin gets that one. Simmons in front of the pack, puts it up and in, and draws the foul on Rumley. Rumley trying to get back and just alter the shot a little bit. Simmons just continued to come right at him.
Simmons threw his body into it, put his body at harm, got rewarded for it. Basket went down, got a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Simmons with 16 on the evening. Seniors toss good. 17 now for Simmons. No, they play in a tough district. You talk about they've got Marshall County, Tullahoma, Lincoln County, Lawrence County. Some good boys basketball played. Page. There's 3-3 in their district as Megas tries to get inside, spins out front. Oh, go ahead.
What you described, they got to bring it every night.
Yeah. Ball knocked out of bounds by Spring Hill. It'll stay with the Rockets. 6:40 remaining. Inbounds Porter. He'll kick Meglis. Ryan cut off by St. Croix. Ball knocked away by Simmons. Ryan retains. McCown doubled in the corner. They were not going to let him get off one there. Porter, little high arcing floater, good. That was tough. Porter got into the shot blocker and flipped it over him. That with touch was really nicely done.
When Bray tossed it out to him, he was behind the three-point arc. He didn't settle for the three, T-Roy. A lot of growth in Porter's game over this season.
And that was a very high degree of difficulty to get it over the shot blocker with the float. Very nicely done. Brashear, little hesitation. He'll get in the paint. Too strong. Joslin will clear it. St. Croix spot up three off the window, no good. Long rebound to Porter. Here comes Davin as we're under 6 minutes. Porter in the lane, tried to bounce it on the baseline to McCown, stole it away, and Simmons will run it down. Simmons in the air. St. Croix. Now Simmons back up top.
Look like Coach has sent the message in. Slow it down.
Is that capable? Is that possible?
Look like they are capable of doing that, T-Roy. They're not even looking for a shot. As I say that.
There's the screen. Simmons pumps in another one. Simmons has got 19. He and Brashear right now. Brashear's got 33. Simmons has got 19. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch.
That's a great 1-2 punch. That's some great Batman and Robin, T-Roy.
Meglis high off the window. Will not drop, and Alderson will clear it. And you got Alderson with 8. He's looking for one more bucket to get in double figures himself.
Look at that. He's no joker.
Simmons along the baseline. Nice dump down to Joslin. Boy, he didn't have to do much for that one. Simmons set the table beautifully. Meglis against Joslin inside. Tipped into McCown in the corner. Partially blocked and cleared by Simmons. Joslin just can alter some shots. He's got great length, and he's probably, what, Noah, you say 6'5"?
Yes, indeed. He doesn't have a lot of body weight on him, but he was gifted with some height.
Alderson out top. He'll kick Simmons beyond the arc. Left side out top now to Brashear. Pulls the trigger. Step back good. He had 24 in the first half. He's cooled a little bit here in the second, only 11. He's got 35. Porter over Joslin again. This one won't drop. Rebound pulled away by Alderson.
He forces you to put up that high arching shot.
Yeah. And like I said, getting that one on the last one by Porter, that was a high degree of difficulty. If you were playing horse, they ought to give you a little extra for that one. Like if you missed it, you ought to get 2 letters after I hit that one. Now we got a timeout. Coach Young's going to take a full. We'll take a break as well.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Ream Heating Equipment was designed to bring affordable comfort to any home. So no matter your budget, we can help you feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Oh, come on. Yes, let's go.
When it's time for a tune-up or a new HVAC system, contact the trusted pros at Clint's Air Care for expert service and installation.
And welcome back, Noble. Down the stretch we come here in Spring Hill. 3:32 remaining. Troy Cash and Noble Mays, Mr. Peter Wilson and Mr. Gabe Hall bringing you all the action here tonight. And Noble, something to build on is the offensive output tonight for the Rockets. They've played well in this up and down game.
They certainly have. And 2 things. One, they have played well. But as I heard you say that in this up and down game, and that's the part I like, the fact that they play well. you expect them to give their all, but sometimes throughout the season, you've shown me several different teams who bring a different type of resume, and they've been able to match the resume, the ability to get up and down the court with this Raider team.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's a whole different animal than what you've been accustomed to seeing this year. Simmons fires this one too strong. Alderson saves it back into the hands of Harper. Mason, center of the floor on the push. Wraps it around Porter. In the corner, three, bottom. Beautifully done by Porter. That was excellent. That was a pretty rotation on that ball.
I tell you what, he had to slide over into the corner to be able to retrieve that ball and did an excellent job of setting his feet and knocking it down.
Out front, Simmons down.
Look at that.
5-second violation. Good defense by Rumley.
Rumley, fine job. And I want to let the folks at home know that's not an easy task to get out there and one-on-one out there with Rumley, somebody who probably spent after he get through with his homework every night, probably since he was 10, been dribbling the basketball 2 or 3 hours a day.
And here's the thing, Noble. He's going to give you everything he's got. Tip Porter again off the miss by McCown, and Davin's having a big night, Noble.
He's having a night like I first was introduced to him, T-Roy.
He's got 25.
There you go.
Inside, Simmons puts it up and in. He'll be offensive foul. Yes, it is. Good job, McCown. They waited on the call.
Again, that's their fundamentals. I think the last time it was Meglis, number 20, who took the charge. This time, all day Bray got in there and took the charge. Regardless of the score, Coach Chapman ought to be proud with not only the output offensively, but the fact that these young men here fundamentally are playing solid defense.
You know, and he knows every night these guys are going to battle. They're not going to quit. They're going to think, hey, we're never out of the game. They're going to give you 110% till the finish. Porter's shot no good. Rebound pulled away here, and we've got an injured Raider.
Yeah, that was Simmons.
That's Simmons.
Simmons, as Porter was going to get his rebound from his missed shot, him and Simmons got tangled up, but Simmons has gotten up off the floor and got the applause from the opposing fan club.
Alderson will play it in now as we approach the 2-minute mark. Rockets brought a pretty good group of fans here tonight. They may have outnumbered the Raiders.
I think they did. I think the Raiders should be ashamed of themselves letting a little weather keep them in the house when they only had to do a drive.
Brashear just puts his head down that time and goes straight to the rack. Draws the foul. Strength-wise, Noble, he's long and rangy, but he's got a kind of like a sinewy strength to him that he's able to use some muscle when he gets to the basket.
And he has a nice basketball frame there, T-Roy, and as you said, Columbia State or whomever is fortunate enough to get him, what you say, he'll probably put on, in his first year, he'll probably put on about 15 pounds of extra mass, right?
Yeah, they're going to make him work on the muscle, I'm sure. But, I mean, he's got a good strength game, too, right now. He's able – we've seen him take some shots tonight and be able to hang in the air and get his shot off. Toss on the way. Good.
Somebody said they like fluffy hair, T-Roy.
37 now. McCown with the fake. Gets cut off on the double team. Kick. Harper. Step back. Three. In and out. No good. Rebound pulled away by St. Croix. Final 90 seconds coming up. There's the pull-up three. Good. That's 40.
And he stepped right into that. His foot almost was right on the line. So that's the shot you expect him to take.
Yeah, I was just about to come back to that, Noble. You were reading my mind. Bray McCown, high arcing jumper over Alderson. Got it to drop. Bray with 14. Approaching 1 minute remaining, and now they'll give chase to Simmons. Simmons on the cut through all the way under, and now he is over 20.
So one got 40, one got 20?
Yeah, 20 plus. Pretty good 1-2 punch.
Say it again, my man, all night long. I don't know many teams that won't take them.
40 seconds left here. Meglis kicking the corner, McCown. Bray will fire off the dribble. Shot no good. Rebound pulled away by St. Croix. 30 seconds left here. Spring Hill will go to 11 and 8. 28 seconds left, and they're going to empty the bench. I feel like maybe they could have done that a few seconds ago.
In my opinion, if I wanted those 5 coming onto the floor, I would have certainly thought Coach could have done this a whole lot earlier than 28.8.
Yeah. Well, I know you're looking for anything you can get at this point, but I'm like, man, we're up 20 with 3 minutes left. I'm thinking, hey, Coach, I can.
Now, let me ask you this. I don't want to put you on the spot. You're a dad, proud dad. What would you say to me if I did not go out there with 28.8?
I would be a little disappointed because I'm thinking, hey, how am I going to get any better if I don't get any time on the floor? And that's an ideal opportunity to get some time.
28.8?
Well, I mean, I would have liked to seen you get more. To be honest with you, I would have said, hey, I felt like maybe you could have got out there a little bit earlier. But, you got to, as a parent, too, you got to let the coach because you don't want your child coming over to you and trying to get in your ear to get some sympathy all the time. Sometimes you got to tell them, hey, you got what you got. If you want to play more, you do better in practice.
Well said, T-Roy. I was curious of what your response would be, sir. I appreciate you answering in the way you did.
All right, that will draw it to a close here tonight. The Raiders will move to 11-8, drop the Rockets to 2-19. Your final here, Spring Hill 82 and Forrest 59.
Hometown banking. It's having your decisions made by a bank right here in your town, not in another city, county, or even state. It's neighbors and friends who know your name and take the time to greet you when you walk in. It's modern technology such as online banking and mobile check deposits while still being able to talk to a living, breathing human. Come visit us at 4641 Nashville Highway or call us at 364-7888. First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Moving forward with strong tradition. It's the town's motto, but it holds so true today. The town of Chapel Hill is balancing expanded growth with preserving the small town traditions that make it special. The town's administration and employees would like to take this time to reaffirm their commitment to the citizens of Chapel Hill and to wish the Rockets and Lady Rockets success in their upcoming seasons. From the home of the Lions Super Bowl of the South, the town of Chapel Hill says, "Go Rockets!"
Yes, indeed. Any word?
And welcome back.
Nope. No word.
82-59, your final here tonight, Noble. Spring Hill, very impressive. And I'm going to let you take it for just a second. I'm going to do just a couple of final totals here.
Not a problem, T-Roy. As you tally all that up, T-Roy will be able to give you the breakdown of the individual players. I just want to remind everyone, it was 51 for the home team, 38 for the visiting team at halftime. And as you rally on down there to close out the game, the visiting team had 59 and the home team had 82. So keep in mind there was a 21-point scoring by the Forrest Rockets second half, and the home team had 31 points for the second half as things break down, T-Roy.
Well, not a lot for Spring Hill. It was an outstanding effort by Kayshawn Brashear. He had 40 tonight for the Raiders to lead them in scoring. Quintavious Simmons with 21. Nice 1-2 punch there. Also tonight, it was Bryce St. Croix with 8. It was Ricola Alderson with 7. And Max Joslin with 6 tonight. All 5 starters scored. They got nothing off the bench tonight in the scoring department. Of course, they didn't need it with that kind of production. For the Rockets tonight, Mason Harper had a really nice night. He had 10 in double figures for the senior. Bray McCown with 14 tonight. Jimmy Bond with 4. Josh Rumley chips in with 2. Ryan Meglis with 4. And Davin Porter, he just continued to pour it on in the second half. He had 25 tonight to lead the Rockets, and his game in the second half, he hit the 3. He went on the runner across the lane. We show him kind of expand his game in the second half.
Yes, indeed. And he had a nice little extra swag about him, T-Roy, as he was coming down. Not only a couple three-point shots, but I love the energy that he was able to bring. There's a lot of energy that required to play with this up and down, going back and forth that the Raiders brought. And as I said earlier, if there's one cat that I can expect to bring that same amount of energy, it's Porter, regardless of what is being asked of him.
Yeah, he did a great job, and hopefully they can get that kind of offensive output on Friday night. 59 here tonight against Spring Hill. community rolling into town. That'll be a big one for both the Rockets and the Lady Rockets. We'll have that one for you broadcast beginning at 5:30. Everyone, of course, stay safe with the weather conditions as they are expected to be tomorrow. Looks like on Friday, no weather situation to threaten. We'll have that contest for you beginning at 5:30. Until next time, for Noble Mays and for Gabe Hall and Peter Wilson, this is Troy Cashin. Have yourselves a great night, everyone. You've been watching Rocket and Lady Rocket basketball here on TC Sports 1.